Oh, the king
I forgot.
is crowned.
Give me 800 podcasts and 800 more podcasts.
For $1.
Oh, Billy King. All right. My arm is sore from shaking that coffee.
I'm sure I'm tired of this orgasm.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Happy birthday, Willem Dafoe, ladies and gentlemen.
Good thing you did that because I didn't even have my microphone in front of me. Go Nintendo Podcast, episode 883, the Arctovish podcast. And wait, how old is Willem Dafoe?
I don't know. My calendar of main men only says that today is his birthday.
Mom Brain, will you tell us about Willem Dafoe, please? The famous Pokemon.
Willem Dafoe is he's the Silver Nope, he's the Green Goblin. Actually, although it's able to capture prey by freezing its surroundings, Willem Dafoe has trouble eating the prey afterward because its mouth is on top of its head.
I hear for his birthday he's on sabbatical. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to hear more about Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe is 6 feet 7 inches tall, 385 pounds.
Oh.
Willem Dafoe's gender is unknown, but their category is fossil.
Mhm.
Willem Dafoe's abilities include water absorb, wherein if hit by a water type move, Willem Dafoe has its HP restored. No, the Pokemon has its HP restored instead of taking damage, and Ice Body, wherein the Pokemon gradually regains HP in snow.
I don't want to tell
Snow Dafoe.
Krazy Kernal what to do, but I think we just made his podcast picture for him
Yeah, exactly.
right off the bat.
In the first 30 seconds of the show. I just looked it up. He's 68 years old.
Oh,
Young.
Wow.
68 years young.
How do you pass up the idea? I mean, Colonel, do whatever you want, but how do you pass up the idea of drawing Willem Dafoe as some sort of Pokemon man? Pokemon.
Willem Dafoe came on.
Oh my God.
was that good?
That was great. Hi, Mom Brain. How are you?
I'm really good. How are you?
How that's great. Tired. Thanks for asking. Kirby, how are you? You're here.
I'm here. I'm doing good. Thanks for asking.
Deux is here. How are you?
I'm in a rotten mood today, actually, to be perfectly honest with you, but I'm going to try not to lash out.
Man.
Anything we can do?
You know, this coffee is actually helping. Like, I can't even say.
Are you hungry?
No, it's not even that.
Okay.
It's I woke up on the wrong side of the bed today. I think it is what it is, but it was like tired and cranky and stuff, and people were driving terribly on the way over, and I was hot and
Would you
little things that are inconsequential.
Would you permit me to
Maybe
Rub your back.
Yeah.
pat my head and rub my belly at the same time.
So this is for speaking your truth with peace. So I'm going to let you wear this for the podcast.
Mom Brain is
Thank you.
passing
Stretch
Deux
it out as long as you
Michaels
want,
a
as far as you
bracelet.
want.
It does not look magical, but apparently it is magical.
So, but this should allow me to be truthful yet unhurtful.
Yeah, speaking from a place of truth and peace. So
By the end of the show, it'll be black.
that's something that I work on.
Oh, is it going to change colors? I don't want to
No,
ruin
no,
your
no,
beads.
No, absolutely not. And
Burn
it
up.
just came off a selenite wand, so it's pretty darn clean of
Selenite wand. Yeah.
icky vibes. So
That's,
Oh, well, so they are magical.
That's got to be an attack from like an RPG from Final Fantasy or something.
well,
Selenite wand or an anime.
That's Harry Potter.
Oh, that's right.
there you have
No,
it.
it'd be like Selenitis something.
Yeah.
It'd have to be like
Harry Potter and the Selenite wand.
something Latin sounding.
Yeah, thanks. I'm going to speak my truth today with peace and love.
Always speaking his truth, not with peace and love. Josh Grobot is here. How are you doing, Josh?
I am the world's best singer.
Thank you, Josh.
I'm here to grace you with my presence.
Hope you had a good week. Hope everything's
Hell
going well.
yeah.
Hell yeah, baby.
My name's Josh Robot, and I'm here to
okay.
say I'm the best on
been
this
a while.
podcast, far and away. I'm so great,
Speaking his
and you
truth.
guys suck. If you don't like that, I don't give a darn.
Thank you, Josh. Always a
Word.
pleasure to hear your skills. George is here, of course. George, how are you doing?
Buongiorno. Molto bene.
Oh, good for you, George.
Was he with Nicky Hill?
Oh, maybe they were hanging out. That's true.
Lime Nicky Hill. Lime Ricky Hill?
Oh, Lime Ricky Hill, yeah.
George and Lime Ricky Hill.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Wow.
It was meant to be. Drake, I got your
that's
DM. Thank you. I will message you about it after the show. I'm potentially interested. It's a sexual encounter. And hello to Backseat Studios and Highly and Tom and Nico Darunia and Roth and Vachi with the great Reggie Pickman picture and Kurt Dog. Oh, look at that. A lovely brony of Willem Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe.
Retsuza, Giant Reggie, Blinded by Daylight, Darmani, Malik Halo, Storbus Corvin. Drake was in here. Whoever else I didn't see.
Oh, Barnaby. You have to say hi to
Oh,
Barnaby.
hi, Oh, my
How cute.
God.
Let me see
Barnaby.
Barnaby. Ooh.
Wow. This show goes out to Barnaby.
Ooh,
Look at that.
I'm gonna need more. We've seen Barnaby,
Barnaby's seen
But-
things.
but I'm gonna
That's a
need
good
like a
name.
full body shot of Barnaby.
That sounds perverted.
He looks
Yeah.
comfy.
Barnaby. What is Barnaby in?
Those circus.
Hello, Dolly. I believe.
Hello, Dolly. Highland Tom says he needs a buddy named Cornelius.
Barnaby also. Oh.
Wow. Wow. That's a winner of a dog right there. Barnaby is amazing. Look at
Aw,
how
he's
proud,
so cute.
stately, I would say.
Does
Stately
Barnaby have a
even.
favorite toy?
Well, let's not make poor Kurt Dog jump around the house and take. He's just trying to have
No,
a
I don't need to
nice,
see the toy.
relaxing weekend. Listen to this stupid crap.
You know, usually I don't like Barnaby as a name. I think as a dog name, it's like perfect.
Yeah.
It is
Have you
a
ever
very
met
good dog.
a
When do you
human named
when do you
Barnaby?
come across Barnabys?
all the
What?
time.
I don't know, like probably on like I guess TV or movies, because like no one, anyone named Barnaby has got to be like pushing 80 years old. At this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah, right.
We're bringing the name back.
Well,
Thanks to
Barnaby, the dog is looking spry.
Kurt
and
Dog
young.
says it's a Waluigi plush. That's their favorite.
Ooh, so
Perfect.
Barnaby's got a little bit of a streak.
And now Waluigi probably stinks because it's got dog slobber on it. It's perfect. All right, everybody. What are we doing today? First things first.
Excuse me, though.
This may be. See, this is why we can't do this, because you just keep interrupting with dog-related
Guys.
things. Yep. There we go.
Oh.
Look at his face.
All Mom Brain has
It's
done
cute.
is zoom in on the picture of Barnaby to show us the picture we've already seen.
And would I be
We weren't
wrong?
getting all the
Am
details.
I wrong?
Vachi says Pikmin is in a Super Mario movie. I heard Miyamoto talking about that. He was like, there might be some Pikmin in that movie. And there you go, right there. We're looking at it.
Poor Miyamoto. He's trying so hard to get people to acknowledge Pikmin, and yeah, there's fans that buy it, but as far as talking about it, no one will ever.
Well, that's not true. Now I was talking about this yesterday. I did a Patreon post about this saying like, I think I tend to know when
Hell yeah.
people are talking about things, at least in the video game world, and like there's excitement, and it seemed like there's legit excitement for Pikmin 4, not just from fans of Pikmin, but from newcomers as well. And I've seen people saying it's my first installment. I'm really excited. And I saw my cousin even showed it to me. It was trending on Twitter. We've all seen Barbenheimer trending on Twitter, but it was Barmenheimer, which had
Mm.
Barbie,
Of
Pikmin,
course.
and Oppenheimer all together in
Oh,
pictures. So it was trending on Twitter. So yeah, I said this on a Patreon post. Nintendo's really going all out on promoting this game. I've never seen them promote a Pikmin game like this before. I've never seen them just. I don't want to say they like put Pikmin games out and don't really talk about them, but they've had trouble promoting the games because people see them as difficult and they get scared to play them and they don't want to lose their Pikmin. So Nintendo's tried a whole bunch of different approaches and commercials and trailers and social media posts and My Nintendo stuff and all kinds of stuff everywhere. It's like nonstop developer interviews, things they haven't done for Pikmin before. And it's great to see because obviously, A, they believe in the franchise. B, they feel this is the one they can really woo people with because of the gameplay and because of the popularity of Switch. C, Zelda, everybody was playing Zelda and there's probably still playing Zelda and they're more in the Switch ecosystem right now. So hit them with a free demo for Nintendo's next game and maybe they'll try it out. So I think there's room. I think we're going to see how well it sells. The last Pikmin game that came out was Pikmin 3 Deluxe on Switch, and that became the best-selling Pikmin game ever So it stands to reason that a brand new Pikmin game on Switch will surpass that one. As long as the sales keep going up, that's all that matters. And again, just to make it clear, like the Pikmin games are multi-million sellers. They're just not anywhere near the level of what Nintendo's other franchises are. And all it takes is one to break through to make a huge difference. Like with Fire Emblem Awakening, that series had little to no fanfare outside of Japan. And then Awakening came out on the 3DS, and it was the perfect storm of the 3DS and what the game offered and blah, blah, blah. And now Fire Emblem is a big franchise for Nintendo. So, and we heard at the time that that was probably going to be the last Fire Emblem game. Maybe not ever, but potentially for a very long time, because they couldn't find an audience for it. But that game clicked. So Pikmin has been in a better spot than Fire Emblem all these years. But maybe this one will take it to the next level. We'll find out.
Does Pikmin do better than Metroid?
Oh, that's a great question. I don't know off the top of my head. They got to be neck and neck. Like one's not pushing too hard against the other. Yeah, I would say they're pretty close to each other, probably. That's another one, like Metroid, which is crazy. Like Pikmin, it's like a real-time strategy with management and all that, and you're like, okay, people aren't going to really play this. But Metroid, it's like, well, for the last couple decades, a first-person shooter, and people are like, nope, don't want it. It's got a woman in the lead. I don't know what the reason is, but people are just like,
Not enough blood.
not enough blood. I don't know. Maybe that's it. Yeah, why would you play this when you can play Call of Duty?
Doesn't have Captain Price.
Metroid can't crawl.
Metroid Can't Crawl is another one. Yeah. So I don't know. But again, the most recent Metroid release, Metroid Dread, is now the best-selling Metroid game of all time. So heading in the right direction.
Oh.
Thank you for the tweet in there, Roth, of Barminheimer. Hello, Nintendo. So yeah, that's not what I was going to talk about at first, but there you go. We talked about something Nintendo related. Now I'm going to talk about something not Nintendo related, but it's GoNintendo related. This may be a controversial opinion, but I don't think Elon Musk knows what he's doing with Twitter. The staff on the site know about the behind the scenes.
He knows that he's not funny.
But all those memes and all those likes, the staff of GoNintendo know behind the scenes what's going on. I'll give you guys some insight. Couple weeks ago, there were some changes to the API for Twitter, which affect how our back end of the site works. T27Duck put together a nice button that I just click the tweet button and it spits out a tweet with a link and an image for stories I do. So I make my story, I post it on a site, I click the tweet button, next story. Great. That broke, which means I had to do tweets individually, which sucks.
Yummy.
So it slows me down by at least half the amount of time, because I have to post a story on GoNintendo, open the link on GoNintendo, copy that link, go over to Twitter, write out the title of the story or copy and paste it, copy and paste the link, put the picture in separately so it works right, and then tweet it out. So it slows everything down. It sucks. But then T27Duck fixed it up based on what Elon did, and we were back in action. Now, there have been API changes again within 2 weeks, and this one is a bigger problem. If you follow GoNintendo on Twitter, you know we tweet a lot. They have now limited accounts to 50 tweets per day. I could probably do 50 tweets in my first round on the site, so that's not good. So that means once we hit the limit, I have to manually tweet, which sucks. It's a rolling limit, so it's not like you are blocked out for that entire day. It lines up with whenever the first tweet of that 24-hour period was. So there's no way of knowing unless I write down the times of every tweet, which is stupid. But anyway, that sucks. And that's where we're at now. So weekends will be fine, but weekdays, I got to figure out what to do. I guess when I'm covering, I don't know what to do, because I don't want to use up all the tweets, because there's other people doing tweets for their news stories when they're covering the site. And if they go to click the tweet button, it won't work. Do I give them all the login information individually? Do I not use the tweet button and I do the manual tweets and save up the regular tweets for everybody else? I don't know. Or I could pay Elon Musk to get a higher limit on the tweets, which is certainly, I have no problem doing that as long as I feel the money is reasonable. It's $100 a month.
Oh my
That's
God.
nuts.
$100 a month.
crazy.
I pay.
Wow.
I'm trying to think. That'd be like a third of hosting and podcast hosting as well. Like just to have a higher threshold for tweets. I'm not doing that. I'm 100% not doing that. If it was a reasonable amount of money, I would say $10 a month. I'd be like, all right. $20, I'd be like, nah, that's a bit silly. But it's $100 a month.
That's crazy.
And now Twitter all the time is telling me, if you just sign up for Twitter Blue, you can make money on your tweets now. And I'm having a crisis because it's like, here's the threshold for what you need to get impression-wise to make money. And we are far beyond what the impression threshold is. But I don't want to give Elon money. So I was talking to Mom Brain about it because I'm like, what do? I mean, we use money. I would love to have more money, but sure, we all do. But I don't want to pay Elon, so I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
You
I'm
know,
not gonna do it.
if you keep your integrity the way you've been going, you're never gonna make money ever in your life. Like you're never, you know, like you won't do the gambling ads, you won't do the porn ads, you won't do a Twitter thing, and like I'm glad that you have, you know, your integrity, but like you got moths in your pocket.
Deux is saying this based off of I don't know what. I don't want anybody.
I don't know anything about his bank
I don't
account,
want
sorry.
anybody to hear this and think like, oh my God, they're destitute. That's not the case at all.
Certainly
it's
not,
just Deux
I'm
joking
sure.
around. This isn't like I don't want anybody to think this is a thing where we made a plan of like we'll act like we got no money and then complain about this. That's not the case. Deux is just joking around. Everything's fine here, everybody.
Making bank as a public
Everything's
school
fine.
teacher.
Yeah, everybody knows teachers
As
make
you
the big
would,
bucks.
as you would.
There was a time we were like, I think all of us were considering at least selling the site. So,
I
to set
have
up
considered
for-
it multiple
yeah.
times. Yeah.
I've also
Selling the site
considered
named
selling
like a
feet
porn
pics.
portal site.
Huh?
I've also considered selling feet pics.
You still
Ooh,
could.
wiki feet.
Well, you know what? It's teaching summer school that gets me.
Hi,
you know?
Anastasia Beaver.
Just
has
gets
it.
me. I mean, I don't mind it, but
But anyway,
Well, you don't get a break. You don't get a break in
the-
that case.
yeah.
the Twitter crap is so frustrating to me. So I need to figure out what I'm going to do because we might need to potentially change what we tweet and how we tweet. And I hate having to decide like, well, we have 50 tweets and this story's more important than this one. Obviously, there are some stories that are more important than others. Like, you know, Miyamoto talking about sales of Pikmin is very important versus like a random third-party indie game where it's like Battle Cars Truck Simulator 4000. Like, I don't need to tweet that, but I like to keep everybody informed. So I don't know. These are just my own complaints, but I figured it might be interesting to hear a little behind-the-scenes stuff, a little peek behind the curtain. There you go. But yes, I will not sell out my soul to Elon. If it was pay the $8 a month to make ad revenue, and it didn't involve Elon, then I'd be like, all right. You know, like if it was the people who used to run Twitter, I'd be like, yeah, I'm in. Definitely. That's a great idea. So I do think it's a good idea. I do think that
So sorry. I should
it's
have been
nice for
playing
people to
this.
be able to make money off their Twitter feed for whatever they're doing. Sure, that's you know, if the followers are there and the impressions are there, go for it. I think that's a cool idea. I don't like that you have to pay to access it. I think it should just be you have your feed, people follow the ads on there, and you get a split. I don't care if it's 70-30 Twitter. Like I don't care what it is. I don't think you should have to pay to get in. He obviously just wants people to join Twitter Blue, which is why they're like, this is blocked from, or they removed things that were available to everybody and made them only Twitter Blue, which is being an asshole, I think. But anyway, I could go on about this all day.
I could dance all day. I could dance all day.
Malik says, aren't you taking away more money from Musk if you make money off your tweets? True. I'm sure there's some more nuanced take, but on its face, that seems true, correct?
Oh, yeah, because he's getting that money that would be generated, I guess, right?
Or looking at it this way, does it enter you into a new like algorithm ad thing? And then Elon is getting more than he would normally be getting from you. Like if you don't join it, then he's not getting the money. But if you do join it, it changes the ads that are on, and he is making money where he wouldn't be before. Plus the $8 you're giving him. I don't know. Good to think about.
We'll need somebody to crunch those numbers.
Backseat Studio says, as if Elon needs more money. Yeah, tell me about it.
For $1.
Yes, Nintendo. That also weighs heavy on me. Nintendo says, not to mention the social shame of the blue check now. I thought that. I was like, I don't want that check mark on my account at all. It all boils down to this. I am on Twitter. I do not support Elon. I don't feel like I should give him any more money. The end. At the cost of my own money, it doesn't matter. I don't
you have the
think-
bumper sticker.
We do have the bumper sticker. Bumper magnet. Mom Brain is against
right.
stickers on cars.
Right. Sorry.
For our car, not anybody's car. For our car, right? Just I don't want to throw
wouldn't
you
put
too
a
much
sticker-
under the bus.
I wouldn't put a sticker on my own car.
Moving on. We have one more thing to talk about that is game related, and it is related to something near and dear to my heart.
Here we go. Go ahead.
I want to get my details straight. Let me get to my email. Okay. Counter-Strike. Been around for a long time.
Hey, dance all day, right? Try and hit me.
You
that
got it.
Counter-Strike?
You're right.
Wow.
Yes.
Boom, headshot.
Wow.
You are exactly right. Counter-Strike competitions going on. There's been competitions for years and years now, but the league is getting bigger and bigger, and more eyes are on it. Well, I don't remember what Counter-Strike league it was, but they updated their rule book for code of conduct and all that stuff. But they also made one change that people are very angry about. Whatever this league is, I don't remember. The players are no longer allowed to wear
Shirts that say the game that they're playing on.
No, that would be really funny.
Low cut shirts.
No. Why do I care about this?
Jewelry.
No.
Not allowed to wear headphones.
No. I'll let you guys dangle for a little bit more. I'm reading the chat. Anastasia B. Rosen says wrestling shovel. No. Backseat Studio says trains. No. Shirts with trains on a Malakala. Yeah, you guys are good.
Those sunglasses with the little mirrors in the corners so you can see behind you.
Armani says
Sideways
belly
baseball
shirts. No,
caps?
no. Guys, it's why I care.
Because socks, you're not allowed to wear socks. Oh wait, no, you have to wear socks.
Shoes. Not allowed to wear shoes.
Not allowed to wear shoes. I would
Yes.
want that.
Because what if they get too tight?
That's my dad. Well, Anastasia knows me
Yeah,
better
whatever
than all
runs in
you
the family.
guys. Crocs. You're
Oh,
not allowed
right.
to wear Crocs anymore.
Why?
Thank you, Do. Why?
I mean, if you can wear flip flops, you should be able to wear.
No,
Crocs,
they say
right?
no open-toed shoes, but then they
It's the
also
OSHA situation.
they
isn't it?
also clarified
Oh, okay.
no Crocs as well.
because they're considering them open-toed shoes.
They do. Yes.
What? I mean,
Well, they
it's
have
a
multiple
video game
openings.
tournament. What are
Yes!
we talking about here? It's
Thank
not
you.
like the
Yes.
hottest nightclub in the
Yeah.
city or something. What's going on?
So, like, if you're a traditional sports league, as I saw someone call it, they said esports and sweat sports. So, a sweat sport like football, soccer, whatever. Yes, when you're out on the field, you have to wear what is deemed appropriate by the league because there's rules for movement and grip and all that stuff. In the esports league, you can't wear Crocs. Why? I think as somebody said, "Hello,
Even
Solid
if they're
Master
the
Link."
appropriate team colors.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And think about how many of them have to go out and actually buy footwear because all they have are
Yeah.
Crocs.
Somebody on the article I was reading left a comment where they were like, you know why this is happening? Because this league is getting bigger. Older people are getting involved because they're making money and they're being stupid about this stuff. Like our players have to present themselves in a certain way. Like, so it's going to be like Crocs aren't appropriate. They're like leisure clothing. You
Maybe,
can't
like,
wear
business
that.
casual attire.
Yeah, like they'll wear their team shirt and then whatever khakis are allowed. I'm just guessing. I don't know, but like if you are out and about running around, I get it.
Run
You can't
around.
wear a whole bunch of different stuff because it could impact the game. Nobody's playing Counter-Strike where they're well, maybe they are. Maybe their game is better because they're more comfortable in Crocs. I don't know, but not anymore. You know, if somebody was playing DDR and they were like in a tournament and they're like no Crocs, I'd be like, all right, I guess. I don't think they'd help you, but whatever. I get it. It's it's a foot related game, so they're taking footwear seriously. But I'm like, this is so stupid. If this is the case, and all these older people are getting, because here's the other thing. No one's watching esports and they're like, oh my God, look at what they're wearing. Like,
I didn't think you could even see their feet.
I mean, I'm sure like in long shots you can, or like when the team first walks out on the stage, you can. But I'm going to be honest. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm going to be honestly wrong. We've all seen older people where someone comes out in some sporting event or whatever, and they're like, look at what they're wearing, or get a haircut, Mattingly, or whatever, all that stuff. And I remember being in conversations where I'm like, what? It doesn't matter. Like, just like, why does it matter if they have like a mustache or they're wearing whatever Crocs or? But I've heard old people complain about that. I don't think that's valid in esports. I'm sure older people watch esports, but I'm guessing by and large, it's a much younger audience watching esports that doesn't care if the people playing Counter-Strike are wearing Crocs.
I guarantee you it's some sort of big business thing where they're like, if we're going to sell advertising and whatever else and merchandising, we can't go to businesses with this ragtag group of croc wearers. We got to dress them up so that advertisers are going to want to give us money so that these kids can play video games in front of our screens.
Yep, it's the old way of money making and thinking coming together with the new way of the world, and there's going to be a lot of pushback for a while, and it's just stupid crap. So not the biggest issue in the world by any stretch of the imagination, but one where I read it and I was like, this is just so dumb. Why do we got to regulate footwear in an esports tournament? This is
Romate, is that something your dad would do? Complain about the way athletes looked on TV?
No, I would say more my mom would say stuff, but
Really?
not
Okay.
like she wouldn't be like, why are they wearing this, or why do they have their hair this way? They shouldn't be here. She'd just be like, oh, why would you do your hair like that? Something like that. But she wouldn't be like, get him out of the league or anything.
Yeah, for some reason, this is always stuck in my head. We were like at your parents' house watching the Oscars, and your dad was like, he seemed really annoyed at the way that Peter Jackson was dressed when he was accepting his Oscars.
I could believe it. I'm sure he was seeing
So,
like
this would have been like
what was
2003.
He
wasn't like slightly.
Well, he had a tux, but it was like very, I don't know,
wrinkled,
ruffled. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
that would annoy my dad. Definitely
and, like,
a wrinkled.
he had this shaggy beard and all that stuff.
My dad who wears like Doug attire everywhere he goes, but he wouldn't ever do short sleeves. It'd have to be the full long sleeves and a whatever you call that sweater vest. That's his go-to dress up, man. Not even his dress up. He just likes to wear that. But
I've seen a lot of behind the scenes of Lord of the Rings, and you'd get along with Peter Jackson, I think, a lot. Like he only wears shorts, and he hates wearing anything on his feet. Flip flops only if anything's going to be on his feet.
Big Hobbit fan.
So I was thinking, like, yeah, you'd get along just fine.
I'm sure we would.
You'd rather wear a ruffled suit to an award show, I'm sure, than a dapper one.
I mean, I wouldn't. I wouldn't care either way. I'd be like, you wear a suit. It's like when you go to a wedding, you got to get dressed up before the wedding in a suit or dress clothes or whatever.
Yeah,
and then you drive in a car for an hour. Like you're gonna be wrinkled. Like it's gonna have wrinkles on it. What are you gonna do? So, especially if it's in the summer. That's a whole different story. There you go. That's my old person complaint about the young people in the Counter-Strike league. But if I ever start a gaming league, whatever the game is, people, as long as it doesn't impact play, you can wear whatever you want. So if you're doing DDR,
people are going to be in Congress showing pictures of your naked body playing esports games.
Right. I've had many of those moments myself where back in my rotund days, I would be playing DDR and you have that moment where life smacks you in the face and like you beat a level and then the screen goes dark for loading and you see the reflection of yourself in the TV and it's like me in boxers and I'm like, what is this man doing? What is it? Oh, look at this man. But
who made this game?
Give me more of this game. So yeah, we've all been
Muscle March 2.
All right, Mom Brain. Hit me with the news jingle. We got news to talk about. This is a very serious, prestigious show. We have news to cover. By the
We're gonna
way,
talk about the movie we saw last night.
I was wondering if we would.
we did the news jingle. After show?
Sure.
After show. Look forward to that. We saw Oppenheimer, everybody. We're going to talk about that. After show.
Poppy.
Also, if you
Or as I like to
whoever
call it, Panty Droppenheimer.
oh, also
Translate this Sanskrit for me, baby.
if you're if you're a Patreon member and you're waiting for your question to be read today, I'm giving you a warning. It
For
might not be
$1.
read. Patreon is having an issue today where it won't load any of your posts. It says I have no subscribers, and I was like, what's going on with my Patreon? I went to see if other people were reporting the issue. The down detector says it's off the charts. The subreddit has everybody complaining about the same issue. So I tried for a couple hours today and couldn't get question. I am going to try live during the show later. I know what it's like to be like, today's my question. They're going to read it. And then it doesn't happen. So.
I have to feed the cat.
Okay. All right. First up. Oh, more sports talk.
Oh, perfect.
There's this guy. He played football. Blake Martinez. Now, that's actually a name I've heard. You too, Montbrey?
Balake.
Blake Martinez. It's a name I've heard. I would have known he was a sports guy, but I wouldn't know what sport. He's a former NFL linebacker. What team? I don't know.
Packers.
Doesn't matter. But
former Green Bay Packer.
he was in the NFL for 7 years. And, being in sports as a profession, you don't have a very long career because it takes a toll on your body. You get injuries and your body wears down a lot quicker. And then obviously NFL has CTE issues and it's all horrible stuff. So, if you can get a 10-year, what's the word I'm looking for here? If you can get 10 years out of the NFL, 10 to 15 years, you're like ahead of the game. Like you're one of the unicorns. You're a rarity. So 7 years in, he's
You're
like,
just not going to remember anything when you in 10 more years.
7 years, he's like, I don't want to feel like this anymore. I don't want my body to hurt. I want to have some sort of quality of life when I'm out of here. So he
sounds like commie talk to me.
He got out and he pivoted to something else.
I bet he kneeled during the national anthem.
He pivoted to Pokemon trading cards. He was already into Pokemon, the trading card game, but he was like, I hear there's some money in this. So obviously in the NFL, he made millions. And the old adage is it takes money to make money.
Oh.
He took some of his money to make a collectible card company that deals in Pokemon trading cards. He's not making cards, obviously, but it deals in the deals of trading cards and buying and selling cards and facilitating those deals and all that. And it's gone incredibly well for him because he's earned $11 million off of his company, Blake's Breaks. $11 million off of just Pokemon card trades. So it seems like this pivot was a really good one for him. And we've seen plenty of big name celebrities looking to diversify their portfolio and go into Pokemon trading cards because, again, they've always been big, but right now they're riding an insane high. And I got a text from an unknown number. There's your proof. This guy made $11 million. No, you know what it's probably going to be? It's Blake. Stop talking about it. Get my name out your mouth. It's probably going to be a spam political text that says my mom's name. And I'm always like, Mom, why am I getting these on my phone with your name? And she's like, I don't know. Let's find out together. Here you go. Hey, your last survey really stood out. Did not take a survey. Can you take our Michelle Obama legacy survey with a dubious link? Pro-choice women. Text stop to end. I'm not going to text that because I'm not dumb.
I don't believe you.
It didn't say my mom's name though, so it's all me. So there you go. Blake Martinez, $11 million richer for his Pokemon trading card game. I think it's time for us, guys. I think it's time for us to get into Pokemon trading cards for the money. The money. No, nobody? All right, never mind. We're not doing it.
We don't have $11 million to spend on cards.
It's true. But we can start buying packs now, like new packs, because there are valuable cards in there, but we don't have to spend millions of dollars. Spend like a couple $100. we spent a couple $100 each, bought some Pokemon cards, we could make more than that.
But you
off
don't
of
know
it.
what you're getting. You might get you might get Mr. Mime leveled up to
But that's
evolve all over
first off, I wouldn't be selling it.
Ash's mom.
If you sell the cards individually, you should right now you should be able to make your money back at least, but you should be able to make a little bit more. You could turn around if you are doing the individual sales and handling the cards appropriately. You should be able to make a very, very, very modest profit off of buying new packs.
All
But
right. So
you hit one pack that's got a decent card in it. You're like, oh, I could get $20 for this card, something like that. And you just keep the grind, the hustle, loyalty, respect, just like John Cena says. He was talking about Pokemon cards when he said
Of course.
Sticer says, Blake Martinez, former Green Bay Packer, go
so
Pack,
is that
go.
what Mr. Mime's doing? You can't see me with his hands?
That's right. Cena got it from Mr. Mime. There you go. Congrats, Blake Martinez. I guess no one wants to join you on your endeavor here at the table. Blake, hit me
I'm
up.
sorry, I'm broke.
Pikmin 4
Can't afford Pokemon cards.
is out now. But the weeks leading up to Pikmin 4's release, Pikmin fans were like, we're going to make sure this Pikmin game gets out in front of as many eyes as possible. Now, I didn't know this. This is fun. This is a cool idea. Did you guys know that in Times Square, there's a giant digital billboard where you can pay to get your ad on it, but it's not like, millions and millions of dollars. It's like, I forget what it was. Oh, here it is. You can spend $40 to get a 15-second ad on this billboard.
Wow.
That's a good deal in Times Square. And obviously your your ad has to be approved, but only in the sense that it can't have nudity or anything like that.
How quick's the turnaround?
But
Like,
it just plays
very
the
quick.
one time?
Very quick.
so you put in
It
the
plays
request
one time as far as I know, yeah.
and then
Yeah, you put in, like, you are sending them the ad. Whoever their team is screens it, and they're like, okay, there's no nudity, there's no cursing. And they put
There's
the ad
no
out
Crocs
there.
in it. We can put it up
No
there.
Crocs, that's right.
it's respectable.
So I didn't know this was a thing, but it's a thing. And a whole bunch of Pikmin fans decided they were going to flood this billboard with Pikmin advertisements for Pikmin 4. And it's been going on for 2 weeks.
That's so funny.
Precious.
And they're all like, there's been a twerking Olimar, and it's like Pikmin 4 coming out July 21st, and just Olimar twerking. It's great. We have a video that has a montage of some of the ads that were up there.
Take
so
that,
they're all,
Ally
like,
McBeald's dancing baby.
they're all stupid and meme worthy and silly, but I think it's a cool idea. And I'm also really happy to see Pikmin fans being like, yeah, I'll put $40 out there and spread the word. Why not? It's a fun, stupid thing. So Pikmin
For
fans are
$1.
passionate. It's a cool thing. I watched the video because there's some funny ads in there. And they've been dominating this board for 2 weeks now.
And
So.
Nintendo's laughing all the way to the bank.
Well, that's the other thing. I'm surprised Nintendo hasn't stepped in to be like, this isn't allowed, because that seems like what Nintendo would do. They wouldn't be like free advertising. They'd be like, that you're using we don't want Olimar twerking is what they want.
Yeah, they can't. They have no.
I'm very
say.
surprised they haven't done anything. Maybe they will soon, but that's the route I would take. You think most companies would be like, go ahead, idiots, spend your money to promote our stuff. It makes us more money, but.
Man, we should do that. Can we record us doing the old thing where you stand behind a table and pretend to like walk downstairs, and we'll have that on the big screen for 15 seconds, and that'll be it?
As long as there's no nudity and no racist stuff or no cursing, you can literally spend your money to do whatever you want.
We should
You don't
do a
even have
GoNintendo
to,
podcast ad.
It doesn't even have to be an advertisement.
Right.
It's just a video.
Wow.
How many
Whatever.
people do you think have been proposed to there or missed the proposal because they have a
no.
15-second window?
Here's what I'm doing. $40, 15 seconds straight, peanut butter baby, and just the noise of peanut butter baby. So you got to cut out the first 5 seconds or whatever it is. So it's just peanut butter baby 15 times. Just
I think we should put Barnaby up there.
Ooh.
Oh, the people would go crazy. They'd be sending money. Help Barnaby get I don't know what a dog's like. Gold bones. I don't know.
It's a bone, you lucky dog.
Well, what a dog's into. Cats, killing cats.
Do you know how much I despise Peanut Butter Baby?
I know you do.
Oh God.
That
peanut
kid.
butter baby's in the chat, and it's
Oh, peanut butter baby made it to the
Horrifying.
chat. I mean, it's great.
it looks like if they kept the camera rolling for 9 more months, that one scene in Ghost where they make love with the clay,
That's it.
And
I
then
thought you were gonna say Two Girls, One Cup.
I've still haven't seen that, believe it or not.
I believe we saw that in this very room.
I've never
Yeah.
watched it either. I've watched
That's
plenty of
amazing.
reaction videos,
Yep.
but
Wow. Oh, this is Highly and Tom's first time seeing Peanut Butter Baby. And he says, ew. You need to look up the YouTube video
That's the
because it's the
appropriate
noise. You know what? I'll just do it. This show's
Not worth
whatever.
it.
It's the GoNintendo podcast. I don't need to explain that we go on tangents. Peanut Butter
I
Baby.
thought we're talking about news. We can't talk about this movie we watched last night. Anyway, here's Peanut Butter Baby's sound.
Does it feel good?
All right, it's pretty good. The sound is really good.
What is going on in this baby's head? Does it feel good? I need to see what Peanut
How
Butter
old do you
Man is
think-
doing
yeah,
now.
how old is Peanut Butter Child?
It's got to be Peanut Butter Teen by now, right?
Peanut Butter Adolescent.
I don't know. I don't know when.
Peanut Butter Tuesday.
So I know the original Peanut Butter Baby came around during Vine, but
like
it doesn't
Peanut
mean it
Butter
was
Child.
recorded in
True.
Vine's era. It could have been from decades ago. Get
Barnaby.
Get me Peanut Butter Man adolescent on America's Funniest Videos.
Peanut Butter
That's what
Person.
we need.
Peanut Butter Person.
Peanut
Right.
Butter Person.
they're a person first.
Peanut Butter Person. Oh man, I don't care what happens for the rest of the show. First 40 minutes, I'm gonna say A+. That's what I'm putting out there. That's the picture we use of Barnaby on the billboard right there. The Barna board. The Barna board. So there you go. Good job, Pikmin fans. We're proud of you. Nice work.
Baby's a girl.
What?
Holy cow!
Well, I mean, I'm on
And
Reddit.
what a girl.
What a deep voice for a girl.
Right?
Ah,
Right. Exactly. That's not true.
That's
Mom,
not
Brain, come
that
on.
was really funny.
Ah,
That
come
was
on.
funny.
We got to do that. Like, put a picture of Sinead O'Connor next to Peanut Butter Baby. Game Freak says, neat. Glad to see passionate fans spreading the word of such a special series. Game Freak, me and you, baby. I agree. I'm right there with you.
So,
Right there with you, Peanut Butter Baby.
I mean, who knows? But this is how old was the Peanut Butter Baby?
My brain, I already said all this. When it went on Vine, we know how old the Vine is, and that's where it started, but we don't know how old the video was when it went on Vine. Was it recorded for Vine? Was it a video somebody had for 10 years before that? And they're like, this is the right app. This is the right place to debut Peanut Butter Baby. I don't know. But that's my ad. Just a loop of Peanut Butter Baby, and it says, where
are
is
you?
Peanut Butter Baby
Like
now?
on a milk carton?
Yes. Yes, this is it.
This is it.
Moving on to more Pikmin talk, but no peanut butter talk. I'm sorry.
Moving on.
Nintendo started a developer roundtable series for Pikmin this week, which was surprising because, like I said, you expect that kind of stuff for the new Mario game and the new Zelda game, which they did it for Tears of the Kingdom. But now they did one for Pikmin, which I am probably wrong. But I was going to say I don't know that they've done that before in a lead up to the launch. But here we are. 3 days of roundtable interviews with Nintendo's developers, including Miyamoto, about Pikmin. And we learned all kinds of cool stuff, not just about Pikmin 4, but Pikmin in general. Allow me to share the details with you. By the way, if you're on the post, Mom Brain, you didn't see this. This is what Nintendo originally had in mind for Pikmin. That's what they looked like. I don't hate that either.
I don't hate it, but I like the ones we ended up with
Yeah.
better.
Also, the dots on the color of their heads were so you could see them from above because it was totally top down and know what you were looking at. But anyway, discussions of what would eventually become Pikmin started during the transition from the Super Nintendo to the N64. So Nintendo originally, when the Super Nintendo was being sunset,
United
they had
States.
ideas for. I knew I did that, and I was like, I hope nobody.
I was going to let it slide.
No. Call me out. God bless the United States. When they were moving out of the Super Nintendo to the Nintendo 64, they were talking about Pikmin that early, and that's crazy because, as you know, we never got a Pikmin game on the N64. So they talked about it all through the N64 and didn't realize the idea for Pikmin until the GameCube. But they did have experiments on the N64. The original idea used creatures with AI chips in their heads to make them think a certain way. Sounds like today. You
Ahead
would
of
control the
curve.
creatures by swapping their chips. And as they explored the map and gained more experience, their chip capacity would increase. There were also emotion chips that would change how the creatures acted. So you cram a angry chip in there and they fight tougher, or a scared chip in there and they're more cautious of enemies. A cool idea. Game was going to be completely top down. Pikmin is mostly top down, at least when it started. It's like a tricorder view, but now it's just you control the camera however you want. There were conversations about making a character that high school girls would find cute, which led to the ones that we have in that post. But obviously, those are very different from what Pikmin ended up looking like. And Pikmin's artist was inspired by Tim Burton's style when coming up with the design of Pikmin that we got now. And they have some really cool black and white sketch art of Pikmin in like old rotted trees and like overgrown landscapes. Really awesome stuff. The team also watched the animated film Fantastic Planet for inspiration on Pikmin.
Oh, it's a good movie.
And listen to this. The team read Richard Dawkins' The Selfish Gene to also inspire Pikmin development. Pretty crazy, man. I would have never, ever thought that. Big Richard Dawkins fans at Nintendo. Like I said, Pikmin started true development on the 64, but moved to GameCube due to the system's power. Miyamoto came up with the idea of throwing Pikmin and having them cling to enemies. That wasn't even in the base idea. Miyamoto was hesitant about the game right up until the end of development. So he's like, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know what's going to happen with this game. During development, the Pikmin were referred to as Ippiki. I-P-P-I-K-I. Ippiki.
I like it.
In Japanese, Ippiki means one small animal.
Picky, 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 picky,
Oh my
picky,
God, we
picky,
do
picky,
say
picky,
that.
picky.
One dev heard the team counting the creatures and mistakenly thought their name was Picky. P-I-K-I. And Picky, P-I-K-I, evolved into Picky, P-I-C-K-Y. And then the team settled on Pikmin because they thought it sounded like pick me. So it's like pick me up from the ground, pick me and throw me at enemies. That's how we got to name.
Sometimes you don't need to know how the sausage is made. You know what I mean?
When Pikmin was shown at E3 2001, just one stage was completed, and it was only made for showgoers. So, like, they didn't even have anything near the full game done by that time. And Miyamoto was working on the reveal trailer right up until E3 actually happened. So he was sweating it. Miyamoto's desire to create a management game led to Pikmin's development, and Miyamoto also came up with the idea for Pikmin by observing ants in his garden.
I'm sweating a little.
There you go. Miyamoto's hobbies leading to games. There's more proof of it. So there's some insight into how Pikmin came to be. Sticer says, Pikmin really was a brilliant answer to the question, how can we do a real-time strategy on a console? I'm so impressed with how seamlessly Nintendo translated the gameplay to a controller. It's true. Real-time strategy isn't really one, especially at that time, that was very well suited to consoles because of the control scheme. Keyboard and mouse was the way to go for real-time strategy. But Nintendo came up with something that made it work. And I would say have only refined it. Back me up.
Please.
I'm not sure on this, but doesn't Pikmin 4 have an option that when you go full screen map, you can make your character face the direction you want to go?
It's really great. Yeah.
A little quality of life change.
So I haven't found like a key for the map yet. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory what you're looking at once you take 5 seconds to look at the map, but like there wasn't a key, but when you put your cursor over something you're interested in, it says look here, and you can hit the button, and when you unpause it, your character's looking in that direction. It's very helpful.
Now, you've played a lot of games. I've played a lot of games. I can't think of that being in a game.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of that feature.
It's such a little thing that made such a big difference, because when you look at the map, you got to look at, where your character's looking or the direction your character's pointing in. And you're like, okay, I got to spin over here, this thing. Now you just hit that button. And when you unpause, you're looking exactly the way you need to go.
Yeah,
it's
I guess
great.
I never thought about how convenient that is. That's a really great feature because like a lot of times in an open world game or whatever game, you're looking at the map and you just, like you said, you have to be like, okay, I'm facing that way, but the thing's behind me, so I just have to make sure I turn my character around or whatever.
Yeah, like games will have, maybe if you look at the map, they'll have a cone of vision for your arrow to show which way your character's looking, which certainly helps, but this is even better. This is way better. Moving on. Moving on. Hold on a second. I want to see if I made... Yeah, all right. We're going to skip this one because there's a more detailed story later.
That's not possible.
Skipping that. We're going right to a story that's going to interest you because it's about your favorite guy, Grubb. Mr. Grubb.
Is he shaking up the rumor mill again?
He is stepping in your territory here.
Well,
Beefing over
hopefully
turf.
his rumors come true and mine stay true.
Maybe this one will be true this week. So Mr. Grubb is back at it on his podcast talking about Nintendo rumors. As we know, he has gotten some information in the past correct. I'd say his track record is pretty damn good. And for the one thing where he really goofed on, he apologized for not vetting it as he should have. So I'd say he's back in our good graces.
I got nothing against him, but it was a big goof.
It was a big goof.
But I'm cool with him.
And
I
now-
like his name.
A
Now he
goof
does
which
his,
shall not soon be forgotten.
That's right. Now he's done his due diligence once again, and he's presenting us some rumors.
You know who else does their due diligence? Dues, views.
That's right. Let no
Absolutely.
one say anything different. So here's his rumors this time around. Rumor number 1. Nintendo is going to host the Direct in September. Not really a surprise. Nintendo, I believe Mom Brain, if you'll remember, because I talked to Mom Brain about stuff she doesn't care about. Before we knew the last Direct was going to happen, I said, I'm hearing rumors of a new Direct. I think they're legit. I said, usually Nintendo does a Direct in September. That's almost a given. But are they going to do one now? And they did. But a Direct in September is usually a given. So it's not surprising to know that, or to hear rumors of one potentially happening. Grubb says it will probably happen sometime around Nintendo Live 2023. Nintendo Live is that event going on in California. So that's September 1st to 4th. So we'll find out, guys, but not really a huge rumor, a Direct in September. Everybody expects it. Rumor number 2, the one that Deux will be most interested in.
Ooh.
Mr. Grubb says that Zelda content is coming out this year, and it is not Tears of the Kingdom related.
But this
That's
is
all that we know right now.
right. But this could be related to the big screw up that he had, right? Because wasn't the deal he was like Twilight Princess and Wind Waker coming for the Switch, and then
Well, he still says that's a sure thing. It's just his timing and dissemination of the information was what got him in trouble.
insemination.
But he's not saying specifics here. He's just the only specific he said is this content is not related to Tears of the Kingdom. So you've been holding out hope for ports of older Zelda games to the Switch. You keep asking, where are they? Something is coming this year, supposedly. Not related to Tears of the Kingdom.
And it wouldn't, and he wouldn't be talking about the Oracle of Ages and Seasons coming to the Game Boy app, right, or whatever it's called.
It's so
that would
vague
be-
that if that does happen, he could be like, "Yeah, that's what I was talking about." But I think
but like we know that's happening eventually, so that doesn't seem like that would be a legit.
Yeah,
rumor.
I don't think that would be it. And I think like if that they were like, "Here it is," and they're out today. I think he'd be like, that's not what I was talking about in my rumor. I think he'd fess up about that. So, yeah, I would say he's not mentioning it here, but I think it's related to whatever, Wind Waker coming to Switch or something like that.
Man. Do you think they would do... Actually, they wouldn't. I was going to say, do you think they'd do a two-fer, but they'd make more money if they sold them individually, so that they wouldn't do
They
that.
might do a double pack, but you're going to pay
Pikmin
more for
1
it.
and 2.
I don't know, man, because they
different.
lumped those Mario games together.
Yeah, it's different though. I don't know why it's different. It just seems like it is.
It does, especially now because Zelda has never been more popular. So now would be the time to not package games together. I don't know. And then number 3, more discussion of the rumored Metroid Prime 2 remastered. We've heard this remaster is coming for quite a while now. And we've also heard that
Metroid Prime 2 Echoes?
Metroid Prime 2 Echoes remastered. It's going to be a cleaned up version of Metroid Prime 2 Echoes, but not to the extent that Prime was overhauled.
Bummer.
So it'll be better resolution, better frame rate. I'm sure some quality of life improvements and updated controls, but not the overall complete visual redo or anything like that.
That title has grown on me over the years. It's a good game. I like it.
Oh, the game. I thought you literally
The
meant
game.
the title, but you mean the game in general.
Oh no, I got no problem with. There's definitely
The
worse
game
names than Echoes.
It's fun.
Yeah, I mean, I like the whole trilogy, but I haven't played any of them in decades, so who knows? Joe Shabadoo.
Who knows? Who cares? We ain't going back.
Says September Direct will surprise exactly 0 Nintendo diehards. Cool that it might play out the way I expected,
Very
I
cool.
speculated earlier in the year, timed with the Nintendo Live. No better way to capitalize on brand hype and love with a captive audience than to drip feed some of the delicious digital knowledge nectar That would be cool to at Nintendo Live. Those who go to Nintendo Live get to see the direct live. That would be cool. What we shall see. Joe Shabadu. I do not know. These are all rumors.
Disseminate your nectar knowledge, Grubb.
I want that on the soundboard. Miyamoto talked about Pikmin games, and he's like, "Hey, Pikmin games don't sell all that well. Wonder why that is." This was
Shown in this photograph, pressing a buzzer that's not there for Family Feud. What is he doing?
That's from the interview directly, and I love that picture, so I went with it.
Oh, he's probably like, they're this high or something like that.
Right? Many people don't know, but Pikmin are this tall. Exactly this tall.
No, he's like, this is what
They're
it's
also
like when I pet
on the
my
table
kitty.
right now. You can't see that.
That's it. One of my hobbies is petting a cat like this.
He's like, some people think you upend a table like this. Nope, it's like this. So
oh,
a
no,
second
that's
after-
what he's doing. He's like, people think I upend the tea table by flipping from the underneath. I
Oh,
actually push down on the top.
That's what he does.
That's right after this. The table flips.
Holy
upside down.
cow.
He's that strong.
This is great. This lore that we're adding to this picture is fantastic. So anyway, this was in the developer roundtable for Pikmin. He says, there have been 3 games in the series until now. Well, I guess we don't count spin-offs, do we, Miyamoto, you piece of crap? From
whoa.
Pikmin to Pikmin 3. And personally, I've always wondered, why haven't they exploded more in sales, even though they're so much fun to play? Why do people think they're so difficult?
Maybe because even the creator doesn't know how many versions there are.
Got him. I get that people find it more difficult when death is a factor, but I think the franchise's strength lies in its relationship
when
with
death is on the line.
mortality. If something is irreversible, you need to figure out a way to prevent undesired things from happening. To try to prevent Pikmin from dying, you need to practice Dandori.
Ooh.
To me, that's what makes this game unique. I think people find Pikmin difficult for 2 reasons: the controls and the depth of gameplay. I spent a long time mulling over how we could convey these points as interesting rather than difficult. We were talking about how we want to make as many people as possible play Pikmin 4, but if that's not Pikmin-like enough, we won't meet the expectations of those who enjoyed the series until now. The first game provided a deeper challenge, while the second game was broader in terms of content, and we went back to something closer to the first one for Pikmin 3. But after thinking about it, I realized that we could do both. We could retain the depth of gameplay that makes Pikmin so interesting, while providing the functional support to address the challenges around controls.
A Dandori.
There you go. You know what I really like about Miyamoto? He's like, I like Pikmin, and these things are interesting. I also understand that some people find them to be difficult. Now my job is to find a cross-section of retaining those ideas that make Pikmin what they are, while also assuaging some fears so that people aren't so scared to go into the game. Because if I take it too far, it won't be Pikmin anymore. So I want it to still be Pikmin, but become something that these people can also approach. I love that idea. So just the fact that he's like, I'm not willing to go so far that I remove so many things that it's not Pikmin anymore. Because then why do it? Because it's not Pikmin. It's something different. So finding that sweet spot. Is Pikmin 4 the sweet spot? I don't know. It seems like it. We don't have any sales data so far. We'll have Japanese sales Tuesday? Weekly sales? We'll see how it goes. It's top of the eShop charts. That's all I can tell you.
Toppermost of the poppermost.
Not surprising. A new first-party game comes out, tops the charts. How long will it be there? I don't know. The Shape says, on my second or third playthrough of Pikmin 3, I finished the game on day 25 with food supplies or around 50. The problem with Pikmin is not its difficulty. Well, the Shape, the problem with Pikmin is not its difficulty for you. I have heard personal accounts from other people who have said how difficult they find it. Difficult to control, difficult to keep control of their Pikmin, difficulty of not getting into situations where they where everything goes snafu, where everything's snafu. So yeah, I mean, maybe for you it is very easy or challenging to a degree that you enjoy, but not so difficult that you don't enjoy. But there are others where this genre of game is unlike any other genre they've played, so they find it to be very intimidating and difficult.
Sounds like the Shafe is a real Dandori master.
That's right.
Oh my
You're right.
God.
Really knows how to keep his time and his tasks under Dandori.
You're right.
I haven't played a lot of the game. I'm still getting into it. I don't know what Dandori means yet.
Dandori is not anything that's related to Pikmin. It's like a
It's a Japanese way of, I guess, organizing your tasks within a certain time limit or
yeah,
something.
it's like a management and tasks and stuff. Yeah. I'm looking for.
But maybe I'm not particularly great at that, but I find myself in the Shapes corner when it comes to difficulty on this game. For some reason, I don't find the Pikmin games to be too difficult for me, and that's one of the reasons why I really enjoy it, because it has that kind of relaxing backyard feel to it.
I remember playing the first Pikmin and being like, I'm very scared because I've never played a game like this. Like, I don't play this genre.
The first one, I don't know if I've ever played the first one, to be honest, because I think that's the one with the time limit, and I was like, you know what, I'll wait for the second one when they.
Time limit was very divisive. Yeah.
So
Dandori translated as arrangement, specifically meaning to planning or to make arrangements or plans. And Miyamoto often refers to it as the art of Dandori. He loves that kind of like, yeah, it's like Marie Kondo. What's her show called?
Well, her method is the KonMari method.
So rolling a ball around to collect all your stuff. KonMari Damacy.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah, but they look at it as like an art or a lifestyle or like a whole like vibe, as the kids today would say. It's more than just like getting things in order.
There you go. RMC, a couple people in the chat are saying Dandori issue.
That's it. That's Dandori issue. Hi Zikamuto, good to see you. That's really funny. All right, moving on.
Moving on.
I made this a top story. We'll talk about it later. Don't need to. All right. Do not look. Here we go, guys. Mom Brain, you know what to do. We have the sales charts for Europe. I'll give you the rundown once slowly. All of Europe for June, all video games, not just Nintendo. We're looking for the top 10. Mom Brain, we will start with you.
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, she says. Yes, number 7.
Hogwarts Legacy.
Kirby.
Action or please.
Sorry. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe.
Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. How the mighty have fallen, Kirby. That is not in here. Do.
Tears of the Kingdom, gotta be, right?
Tears of the Kingdom, number 4. Yes. And to be clear, you might hear number 4 and be like, that's not very good for
That's
the
not
second
possible.
month. Nintendo, once again, does not report digital sales data. Every other game on this list reports digital with their physical.
Plus, everybody bought the game 2 months ago. Let's face it.
It would probably, if I had to guess, it would still be number 1 by a decent margin.
Dang.
Based on
Get it,
data.
get it,
Okay,
get
so
it,
yes, you
get
two
it.
are in it. Mom Brain, back to you.
Ow.
Rat Hat.
Rat Hat
Ooh.
Redemption, number 8. Yes. Do?
The Final Fantasy 16.
Final Fantasy 16, number 2.
Clive and the boys.
You guys have picked 4 of the available 10. Mom Brain, back to you. FIFA, always a solid guess. Number 3. Yes, half the list has been guessed.
Oh no.
Do.
There's got to be a Call of Duty on there.
Call of Duty, number 10.
Whew.
4 answers left. Mom Brain, to you.
Elden Ring.
E-Ring
Oh, no.
Elden
Oh,
R is not on the list. Due to clinch the victory.
This is.
Can you name
this
it?
is. There's probably some that are so obvious that I'm not thinking
Is
of.
Mom Brain going to survive, or will Do?
I have 2 in my head,
Oh,
and they're both. I don't even know.
it's our
you know,
best round ever.
with Europe, yeah, I feel like they'd like both of them. Because last week there was like an F1 game or something.
But would they top 10 like both of them? For the victory.
Let's do Resident Evil 4 remake.
Resident Evil 4 remake.
Not a bad guess.
Mom Brain, you are alive.
No.
Mom Brain, back to you.
Let's give it a Grand Theft Auto.
Grand Theft Auto. Number
course,
5.
of
Mom Brain is
course.
alive.
Why didn't I guess
Now, do
GTA
you have
5?
to get it or Mom Brain wins?
Oh my god!
I don't know. Do you say a racing, or
sweating
do
a
you
little
say the does Minecraft still sell enough to be in the 10? Let's go. You know what? Let's go with my first thing. That F1 racing.
Mom Brain.
No.
The game continues. Dude,
Wait,
got it correct.
Really?
Yes. F1 is here. Mom Brain, back to you.
Minecraft.
Minecraft is not on the list.
Oh
Dude,
my God.
for the victory again. One.
Smash Brothers for the Switch.
Smash Brothers is not on the list.
How many are left? 2?
1, 2 are left.
Oh God.
I won't drag it out forever.
Let's go with a Pokemon game.
Oh,
A Pokemon
brilliant.
game.
Brilliant.
I'm sorry, Mom Brain. No,
What?
do
What?
Oh gosh.
for the victory.
You've much yet to learn.
That was towards myself.
By the way, I shouldn't say this yet.
Well, this
Next round.
This
I'll say.
doesn't count. Like,
Doesn't
you know,
anyone
Pikmin
care
wouldn't be
what
on
I
the
think?
list, obviously,
Not-
right?
no.
Because it's too early.
Yeah, this is
Um,
June's list.
June. What came out in June? Some games came out in June, didn't they?
It's true.
Um,
As a matter, nope, never mind.
oh man. Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Lego Star Wars, I guess.
Not on the list. Now we're at a problem because you guys are at a standstill. How about we do this? I'll give hints for one of the games.
Wait, I have a guess. And how about if I make my guess and it's wrong?
Then do goes. Go ahead, guess.
Yeah, let's do one more since you have a guess.
Yeah, because you could clinch the victory.
Ring Fit.
Ring Fit, not on the list.
Mm.
Do free guess. Go ahead.
Man, I'm gonna kick myself when I hear these. Is it a Jedi Fallen Order 2 or
I
whatever?
counted all Star Wars. There's no
Oh, you
Star
did.
Wars.
Okay.
Okay, so hints. As soon as you know an answer, just say it, and I'll give you the victory because we're not going to go back and forth. Placement of these games. One of them is the number 1 game of the month. One of them is the number 9 game of the month. Both of them are very long-running, very well-established franchises.
God of War.
Not God of War. Next hints are going to be crucial. One of these games is the 6th installment. One of these games is the 4th installment.
Fire Emblem. Persona 5.
Nope. I like the confidence in guessing 5 anyway.
Well, I mean, Persona 5 doesn't mean it's the 5th one, does it? Or it does?
It does.
I thought that was the thing.
Nope.
Nier Automata.
Nope. Only been one of those. All right. Trying to think of what hints to give without.
How about systems? Can you tell what systems they're on, or are they on all?
Okay.
The Last of Us.
No.
Oh yeah, because there's not 4.
One of them is on PS5, Xbox Series X, and PC, I believe.
Oh, Diablo 4.
The other one is on PC, and it is Diablo 4. Do Michaels, congratulations! Our winner.
Man, that was sweat.
That was a good one, guys. The only game you missed out on was Street Fighter 6.
Number 9.
Number 9, yes. Street Fighter 6 was the other one. Good job, everybody.
Good game.
Good job.
Good game. It was the beads.
The new way of doing it. Oh, that's what it was. The new way of doing it. It's great.
God is doing it.
So there you go. There's your top 10.
I'm usually a lot better about like looking ahead before you get to that thing, and,
I
and
know
for
your
some
ways.
reason I totally missed this story, so
I'm glad.
that's why that took a long time and I was actually sweating.
Oh, here you go. Here's the extra tidbits. 15.5 million games were sold across Europe in June. In terms of purely physical sales only, Tears of the Kingdom was number 1. So there you go. Tears of the Kingdom was number 1 only based on physical alone. So then it's number 4 here because digital's not included.
So then it's definitely number
1. 500,000 consoles were sold, which is up 33%. 1.4 million accessories were sold, which is up 5%. And 1.3 million points cards were sold, which is up 3%.
Come to your son.
Steicher says, what's coming out? Oh, wait, wrong European list. That's true, but we'll get to that. But right now it's time for North America. What do we got? Let me tell you. You got to find me a song for North America. Mom, Dad, and apple pie. That's America. Sure, I'll take this song. We got nothing else. Available in North America. Pikmin 4. Airy, Heaven and Hell. Arcade Archive Strato Fighter. Mombrain, pay close attention to this game because it's all about women. The game's name is Armored Lab Force Vehicles.
Like vulva?
That's what I think. I don't know if that's why they named it that.
Were
Were
you kidding about the women thing? Or-
No, it's all women.
So then it's definitely why they named it.
I don't know. Beauty and the Beast interactive. Stop this music. I don't like it. Cross Tales, Crowded Mysteries, D Corp, Doomsday
Don't
Hunters,
forget your D pants.
Forest Fire, Frank and Drake, Ghosty. Who are you playing? Train. I honestly didn't know. Yep. Haunted Hell House, Hollenberg, Hell Castle, Hospital Doctor, Fix Me Up for Kids, Boys and
Oh, no, it's
Girls.
hospital doctor.
Oh, I'm a hospital doctor. I'd be like, I don't want you operating on me.
And it's
Huh?
hospital,
People say school teacher.
Yeah.
I'm a hospital doctor too.
hospital doctor fix me up for kids. So the doctor's getting the surgery so
Yeah.
that he can entertain children in the sick ward. Or?
So he can help sick children.
He's like
Patch
Patch Adams.
That's it.
Are the
Legend-
children operating on him?
No, it says Fix Me Up for Kids.
Okay.
Legends of Eternal Flame. Lucy Got Problems. Mage and Monsters. Masquerade Kiss. Meta Dude. Metal Storm X. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes Definitive Edition. Moto Racer Simulator GT Games. Mr. Run and Jump. Nightmare Escape.
Well, if it isn't Mr. Run and Jump.
Nobunaga's Ambition. Awakening. Do look into that one. Not lying. Oaken. Ominous. Why did I have a brain fart there? That's got to be Omnibus. Otoko Cross, Pretty Boys Breakup. Punch a Bunch. Speaking of Punch a Bunch, I got a Price is Right thing to say. That's the name of a game in Price is Right. Puzzle by Nikolai S. Hitori. Ramp Car Racing. Ring Racer. Road Bustle 2. Sailing Era. Stephanie. Brave Stephanie. Scale Jump. Snow White Interactive Book. Summer Party Time. Super Dino Blasters. Super Intern Story. Sweets Pusher Friends. Sword of Glory. Takoyaki Party Survival. The Kitty in the Spaceship.
Yes.
The Snow Fable, Mystery of the Flame. Wathadu Record Game Studio Battlefield.
What I do, son?
Whispike Survivors. Wood Cube Lock Classic Casual Puzzle. And finally, Words of Wisdom. Punch a Bunch. Price is Right. This Price is Right is officially filming its final episode in the Bob Barker studio. Because that whole Hollywood studio, like that whole building, it's getting like a $1.2 billion revamp. So if Price is Right has to go
No.
somewhere else, they're starting a new studio.
Man, They need to make that
Full
a
of drugs, I
national
hear.
park or something.
Yeah, Drew. I saw Drew talking about it, and he's like, "We're really high on this new building we're going to." No, he said like this. He's like, I always tell people there's. He said something like, I always tell people there's really good vibes in the wood here from all the laughs and fun that Bob created, and it's sad to leave the studio, but he's like, it's our job to put those feelings into the new studio. And I was like, that's nice.
Oh, that's
I
what he
like
really
hearing
said.
that.
I thought
That's
you
what
were.
he really said.
Darn it!
No.
Because I have a good joke.
Go right ahead. No, I was wrong.
What
he
he really said was, "Stay in this crappy studio. You must be tripping."
There you go. So yeah, they're moving to a new studio. I don't know. I am intrigued to see what the set looks like. I don't know how. I swear to God, if they update the set so that I'm going to be completely honest, I think the set's too updated as it is now. It needs
I'll
a
agree.
70s feel,
It's
and they
got
went
too much of a like clean, bright white sheen
It needs to be like yellowed by cigarette smoke. And
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
and misogynistic comments.
Lots of browns, lots of earth tones.
There you go. Lots of browns,
Lots of-
greens, browns, like dark oranges.
Blurry orange lighting.
Yep. Human Fart says, got Pikmin waiting and ready for me, but going to finish Tears of the Kingdom first. Still have a few shrines to find before going to the end. Well,
Shrine me.
enjoy your last steps in Tears of the Kingdom and your first steps in Pikmin 4. Do you mind?
Not at all. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for European Switch eShop releases for the week of July 20th, the year of our Lord 2023. Europe.
Hi, Colma.
This is Do Michaels filling in for the incomparable Nicky Hill. Nicky Hill, we speak your name. Airy, Heaven and Hell.
Hi, Alternate Slays.
Agriculture. Anime Clock. Armored Lab Force Vol Vehicles. Bleed. Arcade Arena Shooter. Contraptions 3. So I'll just keep going. I'm not even going to make my commentaries. It's going to be inappropriate. Crosstails. Crowded Mysteries. Doomsday Hunters. Ember Knights. Eero Blast. Waifu Dating Sim.
Oh, it's not
Waifu?
Aeroblast. It's Arrow, as in erotic.
Oh, Aero
Now you know.
Blast. Ooh, I like it. Forest Fire. Ghosty. Haunted Hell House. Legends of the Eternal Flame. Lisa Definitive Edition. Lucy Got Problems. Mad Shot.
Kitty got wet.
Masquerade Kiss. Meta Dude. Metal Storm X. Might and Magic Clash of Heroes Definitive Edition. United States. Nightmare Space. Nobunaga's Ambition. Awakening. Oaken. Omnimus. Pikmin 4. Punch a Bunch. Punch Club. Isn't Punch a Bunch that's not the punching game on
That's literally why I brought up the story. Yeah,
Oh,
I
really?
said Punch Bunch is it. Yeah, it's the one
Oh,
with the wall of dollar
embarrassing,
signs
that.
and you punch and you pull out the card and it's like $5, $1,000, whatever.
$500.
Go for the corners, you idiots. There's always big money in the corner. How do you watch Prices Right and not know that? Maybe not the 10,000, but you'll get at least 1,000 in a corner. Like throw 3 punches somewhere and then go for a corner.
Stupid.
Unbelievable.
These people.
They need some sort of mind-altering drug so that they can be inside the game when they're
I
playing.
can see the money.
Remedium. Sentinels. Sailing Era.
Sailing.
Sephony.
Takes me away.
Snow White Interactive Book. Spirit Hunter Infinite Horde. Super Dino Blaster.
Yeah, blast those dinosaurs back to the Stone Age.
Woo! Sweets Pusher Friends. Takoyaki Party Survival. That's I don't know. The Kitty in the Spaceship. What They Do Record Game Studio Battlefield. I don't know if that's really
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make sense at all how you read it. So that's perfect. You did perfect.
Wispike Survivors. And last but not least, Wood Cube Block Classic Casual Puzzle.
Is there a comment, Dude?
There is. Kuribo graced us 2 days ago with a little something that goes like this. I need to know something very important about Pikmin 4. Can you pet the dog?
Can you pet OG?
Not yet. Not yet, but you know, we know you can ride him, and he's always very loyal, and he's so cute.
Isn't riding on its back kind of petting it? You're rubbing one part of your body against its body.
Yeah, I think
so.
That's
You can
petting it.
pet the dog. There you go.
He's getting pet by all the Pikmin on the back.
There you go. That's got to feel really good or really ticklish.
Yeah, I think it would be like tickly.
Our last top story, everybody. It's the end chapter in the Dolphin emulator, Steam and Nintendo saga. Quick jogging of your memory. The team behind the Dolphin emulator, which lets you play Wii and GameCube games without the need for hardware. You do it through software. But you know, they would say you own a physical copy of the game, and you just you rip that to your computer because you want to have a digital archive of it, and then you can play it, and everything's legal. And sure, I'm cool with that. But I think we all know that's a little disingenuous. Most people aren't doing that. They are just downloading ROMs of games and playing them on the emulators. But that's neither here nor there. That's what the emulator does. They said they were going to release on Steam. And that was very surprising because people were like, Nintendo doesn't seem like they'd allow that. Then we found out that Steam got in touch with Nintendo and they're like, hey, these guys are going to release this thing. And Nintendo's like, we don't want to do that. And if we don't want them to do that, and if they do that, then you're what's the word? You're going to be held responsible for it. And Steam's like, oh, you're right, we will be. Well, and then Steam was like, sorry guys, you can't put this out unless you do this, that, or the other thing. Well, now the team behind Dolphin has said officially, Dolphin is not coming to Steam. It's not possible. They tried to work things out, and the Dolphin people were talking to Steam, and Steam was like, here's how you can release it on Steam. Talk to Nintendo and make a deal with Nintendo. And if Nintendo says it's okay, then we'll put it on Steam. Because Steam knows Nintendo would never say it's okay. It would never entertain this idea. So Dolphin's not going to waste their time, and the Dolphin team said, sorry, guys, not coming to Steam. Now, Dolphin is still available on the Dolphin website, whatever that is. You can still download the emulator. It's just you can't get it on Steam. It's not going to be a Steam thing. So it's not like the emulator is gone. I don't think Nintendo could do anything to make the emulator go away. They don't want to get into that legal battle because I'm sure Nintendo feels somewhat confident they could win it, but they know it's nowhere near a sure thing. So they don't want to do that because if they lose that, that opens the door to a whole bunch of other problems. So they're staying far away from that. So if you want to use Dolphin, you go right ahead. I would suggest, you know what? I'm not going to suggest anything. I'll tell you that if I were using Dolphin, I would only play the games that I own. Back in the day when I was a young, stupid teenager, I did not do that. And I look back on it now and feel very bad. But that's my life. You do what you want. There you go. That chapter is closed. Not happening.
Yeah, there's anywhere I look where they mention the I'm sure you've seen it. There's an article going around that's like, all your old video games are disappearing forever or something, and every comment is just like, torrent, send me the torrent, hit me up with the illegal way to play this. They don't say it exactly like that, but
now is I mean, they said something like 86% of video games past a certain time are like gone. There's no way to get them actively now, which I'm sure is true. And people are like, there are legitimate people out there who are like, this is video game history. This is important. These games should be archived and these games should be readily available for people to play. And I agree with all of that. But there's other people under the ruse of, I just want free games. They're like, yeah, I can't get these games, so I'm going to pirate them. Don't be disingenuous. Just say, I don't feel like paying for games and I want to play them and there's no way to get them. Then I'd be like, that's true. There's no way to get them. So if you actually want to play them, I'm not going to be upset with you. But don't, pretend you're all high and mighty. So it is a problem. It does need to be remedied, as in games disappearing. There's so many games from the NES days and even beyond or before that you can't legitimately buy anywhere. You can get lucky and find it at like a mom and pop shop or a Goodwill or something like that. But there's no way to just be like, hey, I want to play, I don't know, Low G Man. Can't get Low G Man. I want to buy Cat Trap. But Cat Trap's on the 3DS Virtual Console. But I guess you can't buy that anymore.
3D World Runner.
Yeah, like Maybe you could have got them on the Wii. I'm sure those were all on the Wii Virtual Console at the time. Yeah, that one was on the Wii Virtual Console, but there's nowhere now. You can't go now and buy it anywhere, and that's a problem. And it's also a problem because you can't expect everything a company makes to be forever available in perpetuity. That's just that life doesn't work that way.
Yeah.
It can't be every product ever forever available. So there needs to be something. There needs to be something. I am nowhere near the level of person to figure that out or have those conversations. So I agree. It is sad that those games are disappearing. I agree that it's frustrating that you just can't get the games you want when you want to be like, here's my money, give me the game. I recognize that's a problem, and that's that. The Shafe says, my friend, who is definitely not me, still has his standalone copy.
I don't believe
that friend is going to continue to shrug at holding onto these archival copies for as long as Nintendo continues to shrug at neglecting their industry-leading 40-year back catalog, to say nothing of taking the games that we bought before and of the ones they even bother to bring forward to a new console. Charge us all over again anyway, or better still, make them SaaS. What is that? As a service. Sales as a service? I don't know what the first S stands for. I know games as a service, but sales as a service? I don't know.
I don't know.
But yeah, it's listen, I'm not here to tell you you're wrong for what you're doing. I'm here to agree that it is an issue and people do want to play those games, and there are plenty of games I want to play that I can't physically purchase anymore because they are so astronomically expensive or just unavailable, impossible to find copies. So I hear the complaints. And that's the news for this week. Mom Brain, what have you been playing?
Merch Mansion, Penny and Flow,
Hi,
and
Rosemary the Farmer.
Pokemon Sleep.
Oh, yes. Hold on one second.
Yeah,
I'm
how's
sure you'll
that
wanna hear.
work? Do you have to keep your phone like next to your face, or what is it?
Give me 1 second. I want to read the thing from Rosemary the Farmer, then I'll let you go nuts. Good afternoon, y'all. I really had a weird dream last night that
You really
Freddy
are a
Fro
farmer.
told me I had to share. I was fighting the Gloom Hands from Tears of the Kingdom in a hotel conference room, of all places. After killing the hands, it wasn't Gloom Ganon that spawned, but Dew Michaels. I think Freddy was one of the sages, and I
scarier.
woke up before I defeated a Gloom Dew. You're very welcome for the visual images. It gave us a giggle this morning. That's what I get for playing Zelda and catching up with last week's pod. Too close to bedtime. There you go.
I don't want to know what a gloom dew looks like because I feel like I'm gloom dew every day.
Oh, no. I mean, you were saying at the beginning of the show how you were down and out. You seem pretty great.
Oh, I'm living it up now. I'm full of coffee and I got my beads and
We're going to talk about that coffee on the after show, too. All right, Mom Brain. Sorry to interrupt. Pokemon Sleep. Go for it.
Pokemon Sleep. So overall, right?
Do you have a question?
So, well, it's one of my gripes about it. It needs to be running
you like
And-
open up the app and keep
just
it.
leave it,
I was running.
and it needs to be like on the mattress. It needs to be in bed with you, which, by the way, grosses me the f out.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't like having
has
my
to be that
phone
close, I
like
guess.
laying in my
Okay,
bed.
it doesn't have. I know it tells you that. It like your bedstand next is literally right next to your head. It's
Yeah,
fine
but
there.
it's from what I understand, from what I can gather, it's tracking your movement. So if you want it to be, because it's saying like what your stages of sleep are and all that jazz. Like,
I mean, it's listening to breathing and all that too.
And is your phone awake, or can it be?
it
asleep?
dims.
It
But
dims to the point where the screen turns off.
Yeah, but the app
Okay.
has to be running. So like, I want to listen to an audiobook to fall asleep. I can't,
Oh, really? You
or I
can't.
can't have like a YouTube video on like while I'm,
Okay.
I guess I could have like Spotify or something on in the background.
You
But
could
I-
use the Echo too.
Well, that's what I've been doing. I've just been using the Echo, so that but if you had like a sound machine on your phone, I don't know how that would work. So that's kind of a little clunky.
Yeah.
So that's a little bit annoying. So I've slept with it 2 nights. And it basically, like, the general overview is
Anastasia Beaver has and says mine's had crazy high volume while YouTube autoplayed after I fell asleep.
oh
I don't know. Also, Colma says bedstand doesn't track motion. Where he made the
Right.
motion thing, but Pokemon Go Plus Plus, the little device. If you just wanted to get the device to do something, to read all that measurement data, you could get that.
But I also have, an Apple Watch that does all of those things too, and it would be nice if I could just
Had you
send
been using the Apple Watch for the sleep stuff to compare it? Like you've used it a little bit? Or?
I haven't compared, but I almost always sleep with my watch on. And before anybody gets on my dick about not wanting my phone in the bed, I actually have a special watch band that I only sleep with. Like, so I don't, it's not like my
Sweet Dreams band.
Yeah, because it grosses me out that like that watch band's been like God knows where all day long, and then it's getting in bed with me.
Colma, who I say this not facetiously and not meant to be rude, I mean it. Colma, who is an expert on everything, says Pokemon Go Plus Plus is comparable to what his Pixel Watch tracks. So it seems pretty legit then.
Yeah.
I'm being dead serious about Colma. Like if I have a question about anything, I know Colma's going to know the answer. Anything game related, that is. We're not talking about like political affairs or anything. I'm sure he's knowledgeable in a bunch, but I trust Colma's. Like if Colma tells me something, I'm like, well, that's what it is then.
Now he's going to use that information against you.
Against me, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
Colma, you got any experience with remarkable tablets? So when you wake up in the morning, it basically gives you Pokemon. Now I'm guessing that they correspond with the kind of night's sleep you had. So like, it's like this type Pokemon, what did I have? Like
you had a zonked.
A zonked. And I'm guessing that means like I didn't move much, but I don't know that for sure. I don't know if that's like just random or like what triggers that specific one to come up. So it tracks,
I have not caught a zonked.
It tracks how long
saw
you
yours
slept.
and I was like,
Tracks your stages.
Maybe you sleep deeper than this guy, or is that
she's got to sleep deeper than me? Yeah, like zonked seems like it's got to be deeper than what I'm doing.
But the night before I had a really restless night, and it was like I got like bouncy sleep and like a couple other ones that were really like, and then I got a scratchy sleep or a crackly sleep, maybe it was, and there were 10 recordings that were made throughout the night. Because there was like a volume level that breaches whatever they're set.
So you can hear like maybe
yourself
talking in your sleep or something creepy.
And I think Rummy will attest to the fact that I do a fair amount of talking in my sleep.
My name is Piper, mommy.
And like making noise, I make a good amount of noise in my sleep. And every once in a while I actually scream in my sleep, which is exciting for everyone.
Cobras.
That's right. And that would be what our night terror is about too.
And
snakes.
Actually, as a kid, I was a sleepwalker. So,
Oh, really?
Yeah, big
That's
time.
scary too. Especially being on the second floor.
And think about when Poltergeist came out, my mom actually, on many occasions, and it obviously think about back in the day, you had to turn the TV and the cable box on.
Sure.
So, but I'd be in the living room watching the Snow
white
Channel.
Noise. Oh god,
and it would be like
so creepy.
She'd be like, John,
we have a demon.
Yep. So, but it only recorded like, me rolling over and like, the sheets like rustling against the phone. So it wasn't anything exciting. And the nice thing about it is it only does it like, so I have last night's sounds. Now tonight they'll go away and whatever's new, it just replaces whatever. So it's not like they're around forever. So
I might have to check it out. It sounds interesting.
It's just a fun little, and then the Snorlax you get, I'm not going to go into like the lore, but you got to feed the Snorlax a few times a day. So it's like a fun little, like, I could see myself like sitting down for my lunch break at work and being like, let me just check on my Snorlax and like feed it some apple curry.
I'm in slumber. I have a lot of slumbering Pokemon. 4, 5, 6, yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Do you get one every night? You use it?
You get multiple, but I don't have any zonked ones or whatever.
And Snorlax is the one you start with, I guess, because
Snorlax is like there. He's like
he's like hanging out with you.
Hanging out, yeah.
He's in the bed with you.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I ended up making friends with a Slowpoke.
You got a Slowpoke, and I'm very jealous.
Hangs out with me. Well, I used one of my whatever biscuits to like make him an immediate friend because I was like, I'm not messing around. Like, this guy's coming to live with me.
There's snoozing. There's slumbering. I don't know what else there is.
but you have to open. You can't just like pass out on the couch spontaneously, like not planning
You
to.
have to open
the
the
app has to be open.
Yeah, like it says like you have to get at least 90 minutes of sleep for it to count too. So, yeah, if you're going to sleep without it, then it's not going to know. Yeah, this is for use when you're going to bed.
Watch me sleep, Pokemon.
But
Is it?
It'll also play music for you in the background, like
if you want,
sleep music.
it's
Oh.
not good.
It's like
It's like a classic Pokemon song, but a bedtime version, and I don't like it. It's like
it's
something you paint a
unsettling
baby's
almost.
crib or something.
Yeah.
Ew.
Um,
What's it called? Pokemon Sleep.
Pokemon Sleep.
Gonna have to try it. I'm a big snorer, so we'll probably get to hear my Pokemon be like, you have sleep apnea.
Yeah, your Pokemon's dead. It's
Your
recorded
Pokemon
noises
fainted.
from me, but I'm not making noises. I was hoping I would get like a fart or something, but I got nothing.
I've definitely farted loud enough in my sleep
J-
to like.
It's picking up me like flipping over and my necklace jingling.
Yeah.
Or like me
Oh.
getting up to go pee or something. Other than that, like I'm not getting any noises. It picked up like somebody driving by in the morning, a big truck. It got that, but been very disappointed. So
And
it
it's
got
like
you today walking around in the kitchen.
It's like loud too. Like when you listen back, you're like, wow.
Oh yeah, it's I don't know what it's doing, but it's. I mean, if it's picking up mumblings and farts, then yeah, I guess it's a very sensitive recording. But
So you're not into it so far? You're saying?
no, I am into it. I was just disappointed. I was hoping I would get a funny clip I could play, but nothing funny here. So, but yeah, I'm down. I like. Since we're talking about it, I'll just continue. I'll share more of my thoughts. I got no clue what's going on in the game because it's like,
Yeah.
here's berries, here's shards, feed this guy, collect this thing, here's the types, and I'm like, I don't know what's going on because it's like one of those mobile games where it's like there's 6 different types of currencies, and here's all these snacks that do. I don't care about any of that. I'm just going to bed. I want to see what Pokemon I find when I'm there, and if it tells me to hit a button, I'll hit a button. I'm there for the data and the recordings to see like what kind of sleep I'm getting. And you know, it's fun to see, oh, these Pokemon showed up while I was here. Now I got this, that, and the other thing. That's as far as I'm taking it.
But you don't actually fight and capture the Pokemon. They just are there in the morning when you wake up.
Yeah, depending if you're a good enough sleeper, they'll be there.
Oh, that's a lot of pressure.
So yeah, depending on what your sleep methods and sleep time and all that stuff, you'll get different things.
Any
but yeah, it's fun.
animations of Pokemon sleeping?
Oh yeah, you see them all sleeping.
How about do any of them have like a feather that they blow up into the air and then it comes back down and they blow it again because they're snoring on it?
I haven't seen any of that.
Okay,
but there's a lot of Pokemon.
I'll still consider it.
Do you want been meaning to ask you anyway, if you want to start wearing my old Garmin watch. It'll track like your exercise and all that jazz. You should wear it one night.
No, I don't want to.
Well, you should wear it one night to compare what it says about your sleep to Pokemon.
I'm not that I'm not worried that the data is not going to be good enough or something. Like I'm like, this Pokemon sleep app isn't trustworthy. I'm just doing it for fun.
Put the Garmin on the cat, and then when
You
the
wear
cat
it.
passes
Or
away,
no,
he'll wear it.
have one.
Yeah, so you tell me how it is then.
Okay.
Put the Garmin on the cat.
I can put it on my
The
necklace.
cat on the grill.
The Garmin on the cat.
Freddie
seat.
Fro says put it on my necklace. Yeah, maybe we should get a Pokemon Go Plus Plus. That's a cool idea.
Go ahead.
How
You
much?
could do that.
Coleman, you know everything. How much are they? You don't. Well, you wouldn't put that in the bed. That'd be something that only lived in the bed.
That's true.
$50.
Eee. 25, I'd say, sure, but
You got Amazon credit, I'm sure.
Yeah,
I
who's this
don't think
person
so.
think they are? Elon Musk
Oh.
selling these things?
Hi everyone. Elon Musk. That guy on TikTok. All right, that's all you played.
Whew.
Yeah.
Money. Kirby, what have you been playing?
Nothing again this week. Sorry.
Okay.
Did you finish Tears of the Kingdom yet, or not yet?
I actually haven't played it in a couple of weeks. I should get back into it before I forget how to play, which happened with Breath of the Wild.
Sorry, Zelda. I guess you got to wait a little bit longer. Well, maybe next time.
Pikmin 4 is what I've been playing.
How's it going?
It's good. I started it over. I didn't reload my demo
Really? How come?
because I was like, I don't remember any of this.
Oh, all
let's start over, and I remade Steve Harvey, and Ochi's nice and big now. We're walking around and doing our thing, and yeah, I just absolutely love it. You know, Pikmin. It's got everything I love about Pikmin as far as like the feeling of it. It just is like a warm blanket. I've said that before about this game. And although, yes, I don't want any of my Pikmin to die, I don't get as stressed as many people can with this game. I find this game to be very relaxing. The music's fantastic. Ochi's an amazing addition. He's absolutely adorable and awesome and very helpful. And like, what's great about Nintendo is they can add something as simple as Ochi, because it's like, at first you're like, okay, so I can ride on his back. Like, that's whatever. I didn't think that was going to be a big deal, but it's like really, really helpful. And then all the skills that you can get for Ochi are all really helpful.
Yeah.
And it's just great having him around. And like, he's very loyal. Like, you can send him dragging something to your ship and he'll come and find you wherever you are on the map afterwards, like not like the other Pikmin do. So there's a lot of things that I really love about Ochi, and he's just got so much character for being just like like, it's not much to the animation, but there's so much character in his face. When you probably don't know what I'm talking about, but like when the radio guys call you and your character and Ochi like look at the radio like together, Ochi's eyes, and like there's something, it's so simple,
take a close look,
but it's the cutest, most like, he's got so much character in just his eyes, and that's really all he has.
He's got giant bug eyes. It's true.
But man, I just absolutely am digging it, everything about it so far. I'm not I've played about 5 hours. I'm on the second area, and it's great. I love rescuing the people. It's a nice it's really fun because like the more you rescue at the end of each day, when you come back to your landing zone, all the people that you've rescued are there, and like the crowd gets bigger and bigger, you know, as you rescue more. So I don't know, I'm having a real ball with it. I'd say for me, I don't even mind there's like Dandori holes that you can fall into, which is basically like a one-on-one battle with a computer controlled enemy. And like, he's got a little Ochi and he's got Pikmin, and it's like the ones I played so far are like gather the most treasures or whatever. But I actually liked those. I didn't think I'd enjoy those too much. I like them, but the problem for me is, even though I'm playing a computer character, they split the screen right down the middle. So that distracts me because I never, and maybe they do that so that you're supposed to look at the other person's screen. But like, I can't bring myself, I get too flustered to do that. Like, I can't look at someone else's screen when I'm playing. So like, for me, it just makes my screen smaller.
Yeah.
And then it's a little frustrating. But that's like probably the only nitpick I have so far in my 5 hours of playing. But yeah, a lot of fun. The mechanics are really good. I mean, there's just something about a Pikmin game, and I appreciate that they didn't change the end of day music. There's something about that end of day song that
there is just something about a Pikmin game. You're right.
Do you know what you need? That you know that like meme picture of the old school kids playing split screen where they have like a blanket set up taped to the TV? That's what you need.
That's what I need.
Deux a bigger Nintendo fan than I am. I'm turning over the keys to the site to him. I wanted to play Pikmin 4 so badly last night, and I didn't because I'm a bitch. I did work, and I was like, I'm tired, and I don't want to play Pikmin when I'm tired because I want to enjoy it. So I went to bed. So I haven't even played Pikmin 4 yet. I downloaded it, but I didn't play it. I suck. I'm embarrassed. I don't deserve to have this podcast. I don't
deserve to live.
I don't deserve to live. That's it. I haven't started yet. I'd like to say I'll start tonight, but am I going to be a bitch again and be too tired? Maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
I think you're being a little too hard on yourself.
I'm not.
That's my hot take.
The North Carolina trip took it out of me completely because I was up at 8:30 every day. And I was walking in the sun and on a completely different eating schedule. And like, it screwed me. Like, I've been slowly getting back to my normal sleep schedule, but I'm not there yet. I'm so embarrassed. I can't drink coffee alternates because it feels like my heart's going to explode. This is so annoying. I'm hopeful I'll get back to normal soon. Plus, we had a COVID scare this week, but thankfully we're all good. Whatever. So annoying. So much stuff I want to play. I haven't touched Final Fantasy 16 since I got back. Want to, haven't. I played Fortnite with family, so that was good. Always fun. I did play more Gravity Circuit.
Gravity.
Man, the level design in that game is so good. You think you've seen it all with 2D platformers, and then you get something like Gravity Circuit where the levels are just so smartly designed and fun and engaging. And man, that game's good. Even if you only like Mega Man games the tiniest bit, you really should check this game out. And like I said, if you think Mega Man games are too hard, this game is difficult, but there's no lives. You just start over again. There's checkpoints and you're fine. You don't have to worry about it. You try as many times as you want. It doesn't matter. Plus, you can buy little chips to enhance your character in a bazillion different ways. You want a slower fall? You want a double jump? You want double the armor? You want triple the firepower? You can buy chips for all of them with in-game money, not with real money.
How many chips did you kit yourself out with?
2 so far.
Oh, okay. That's not the answer I was expecting. Good for you.
1. I don't remember what the 1 does. It's like a default chip. It's like, here you go. It collects things from a further distance.
Okay.
So like when enemies explode or treasure chests explode, you can pick the things get pulled over to you quicker. And I bought the double jump one because I love double jumping in games. So that's the only 2 I got right now.
Well, there you go.
But you can make the game considerably easier or harder depending on what chips you use. So those chips.
I was thinking you'd see it as a personal cheat, but if they're giving you double jump, I think it seems like more like they want you to upgrade this stuff.
Yeah, it's very much this is made for you to customize it to your experience. It's not like here's a different setting for you. Like in Celeste, it's like going to the options menu and it's adding all this stuff. This is very much meant to be a mechanic, and you find the play style that works for you. And I'm just a big fan of double jumping in games, so that's what I went to. But yeah, the game is fantastic. Music's awesome.
The game.
I can't say enough good things about it. And that's all I have to say about games, because again, I suck. But hopefully next week, everybody. Questions. Send your questions to goninpod@gmail.com. goninpod@gmail.com.
I will.
It can be about Nintendo video games in general or whatever the hell you want. Nico Darunia says, if you were to make a sandwich for a person you really don't like,
hot dog.
What ingredients? Both of your answers are great. What ingredients would you use? You can even bake the bread and choose how to do it. The only rule is the whole process. In the whole process, you need to use edible ingredients. Let's also say that the person wouldn't know that you are the one who made that specific sandwich. So
you can make it with like toothpaste.
Really don't like.
You can't swallow toothpaste with fluoride.
They say you're not supposed to swallow toothpaste.
Make you sick, like sick to your stomach.
It says really don't like, and it's capital letters really. So
I am
could you make it with Play-Doh?
I'm going poison.
No, you can't. Why? I think what they mean is like that it's not going to hurt you.
They say edible.
Well, poison isn't edible because it kills you.
I'll tell you what I'm going to have Donald Trump wash his sandwich down with.
All right, sandwich.
Royal Farms coffee.
Sandwich for a person I really don't like. So what would I make in a sandwich for Kirby? Let me think.
Dang.
I'm joking.
Just make like an egg salad sandwich. I'm sure
I was gonna say egg salad.
Yeah,
yeah, that would be mine. I think if somebody hated me and made me a sandwich, that's what they'd.
I actually saw
basically like anything with like too much mayonnaise and like like a oh my god,
spam pimento loaf.
I guess if I really don't like them, I would put in like something like
ghost peppers.
Yeah,
or like
unbelievably spicy is what I was gonna say. Yeah,
okay.
like something like killer spicy. Like they're gonna be feeling
Can
it.
it be something that they have a life-threatening allergy to?
No, no,
Help is on
because it's
the
not
way.
edible for them. Then
How often I say that?
Probably bugs. Put a lot of bugs in there too.
I saw a TikTok the other day of a guy. He was doing a podcast. They were talking about sandwiches, and he referred to ham salad as a private sandwich. That is a sandwich that you eat in private. You don't eat one of those in public.
I know this is supposed to be a sandwich for someone you really don't like, but I'm thinking of a sandwich that mom brain really wouldn't like. I would just give her any Subway sandwich. because she would be offended.
That is true.
Ugh,
I mean,
Greatly offended.
with
they're
ham.
disgusting.
I've never eaten a Subway sandwich, full disclosure. I find them that aversive that like I would do it if I really had to. That's not true. Once I ate a Subway sandwich and it was because I had to. And I hated it. And it was literally salad on a roll because I was like, I'm not getting
so gross. And the
meat.
rolls are like rubber. They're like, I don't even know what
fluffy,
what
but
that
also
is.
chewy. And
Yeah,
yeah,
it's not
it's
right.
foul. It's foul.
Colma says anything with onions. I know onions, smell wise, do people dirty. So
Ooh, Alternate Liz asks a good question. Which game character you dislike would you make a sandwich for?
who do I really hate in games? Like, who do I legit hate in a video game? I'm not talking
Johnny
about like
Silverhand.
I do dislike him, but not for reasons
The
that give him a
obnoxious
bad
kid from
sandwich.
Earthbound.
Not for reasons
Yeah,
that I would give him a
What's
bad
his name?
sandwich.
Pokey.
Yeah, Pokey.
Yeah, Pokey. I'd give a real
I'm
shovel
giving
sandwich.
Pokey an
Oh,
egg
okay.
salad sandwich
Give
with
him-
like Fruit Loops or something
Pokey like
foul.
Gumby and
Oh.
Pokey?
No, like
Pokey from
Earthbound. She said
Earthbound. The little
Pokey.
Oh, that yeah.
A-hole.
He'd eat it down and ask for seconds.
He
That
would.
that
would.
rat.
Yeah, I know the kid's had a bad home life, but to almost blow up the whole universe, he's gonna get a bad sandwich from me.
And he never learns his lesson, does he? I don't think, if I
No,
recall
I mean,
correctly.
spoiler alert for a decades-old game. You're fighting him at the end of the game. He's
Wait, we kill Pokey?
well,
We
No comment.
We vanquish him, if you will.
I will never forget the noise of that ending fight. Not when it's the music, but it's when it's all the red and the TV static and the sounds are just like
Terrifying.
the sound is just and it's like going on in the background.
Oh,
That's something
Little
else.
baby fetuses.
Yeah, and then the moments of prayer from I don't remember who you named your
man,
characters.
Linda. I had
and
Linda
whoever.
praying every time. Remember how
Lynn.
like crazy that was? She would pray and just barely like save them for like one more round.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of intense.
So Pokey's getting our
Yeah,
crap
that's
sandwiches.
Funny. Speaking of Earthbound, that game definitely like left a mark on me. But I was thinking about it because I played it before and after vacation last year, and it's actually now rolled into one of my final memories of Manch because he was sitting on the living room mattress with me while I was playing, and like now when I think about it, I think of like him sitting with me and playing.
Wow.
If only Ness had a cat instead of a dog.
Yeah.
And if only you had a real father instead of a phone.
Mm.
All right.
That phone paid out.
It did. That's true. Wish I could call my dad and he'd drop tens of thousands of dollars
Actually,
in my
I
bank.
No,
account.
you
I
don't.
do that. I call my dad.
All right.
Ask for money.
Let's see if Patreon is back in action.
Let's see.
Oh, it might be.
You're a sweaty.
You guys talk amongst yourselves because I don't know how
A
to
big hello to my fans.
navigate this.
Another video game character that I would make a bad sandwich for out of dislike would be, I think I'm pronouncing this right, Kite Shi from Final Fantasy VII. I hate that stupid cat riding on the fake puffy thing. I don't even know if it's a robot or what. I know Reeve is controlling them from the Shinra Corporation. How he gets away with this, I don't even know. So Kite Shi, and I guess since he's a robot, maybe I'll just go to Reeve and give him the sandwich.
Thank you for that little story.
Thanks
It's
for listening.
perfect timing.
What would be on the sandwich though?
That's a great question. Great question. Some sort of Ultima Materia or something. Huh?
Oh, Steel Diver has this week's question. Deux, I'm so sorry. You've done so well this show.
Uh-oh.
Is an open face sandwich really a sandwich?
I guess. Who cares? God.
Here it is. It's happening. It's
Just-
happening. Okay. Can we really talk about it a little bit?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. I'm just teasing.
Is an open face sandwich really a sandwich? I would say no.
Well, then what is it? Like toast with a topping?
I don't know what I would call it, but it's that's why it's called an open face sandwich, because you need to qualify that it's not a sandwich.
Could we call it a pre-sandwich? Because you've done everything you need to do except you haven't smushed it together. And frankly,
How about we just call it an almost sandwich?
well, yeah, an almost sandwich. What is the point of an open faced?
That's what I want to know, because it's not like it's easier to eat.
No.
Yeah, don't you have to
It's
like use a
worse to
fork
eat.
and knife?
Oh,
there.
Yeah.
The only thing I'll give you is if you're doing like a tuna melt and you got to melt the cheese on top of the mound of tuna salad.
Right, but
I get it.
then again, I don't think I'd use my hands. I think I'd use, if it's going to stay open face.
Yeah, I
Are you
don't.
saying
Yeah.
it's open face?
Yeah.
So then I'd probably
But
still
she's
use
saying
utensils.
that's why she understands that.
Oh, why you
That
serve
method.
it that
an
way.
open-
Yeah, that method is.
But yeah, like open face sandwich doesn't add anything to the experience other than having to use hardware to eat.
It just makes it more difficult to eat
Yeah.
while you're eating.
So I don't know why it
I mean,
exists.
the
to
point
tell
of
you
a
the truth.
sandwich is that you can like grab it in your hand and sit on a beam in New York City while you're on a skyscraper.
Maybe open face sandwich exists because
Can you imagine being on that skyscraper and open face
Right.
sandwich, and then they're like, whoa, and they fall off.
we gotta stop making these. I guess
It's like when you can go back in time and change history. Is like you gave those guys open face sandwiches and history changes
maybe
completely.
open face sandwiches exist because some people are like, that's too much bread for the sandwich. I would like to taste more of the bread in the toppings.
Except you're getting the same amount of bread.
No, you're not.
An open face sandwich is 2 slices of bread.
Yeah, but
With
you're eating them
toppings.
individually.
I mean,
In a regular sandwich, you're eating 2 pieces of bread. What?
You're
No, I'm not letting you do this. In an open face sandwich, you're eating 1 slice of bread with toppings. In a sandwich, you're eating 2 slices of bread
But
with
you're
toppings.
also eating half the toppings with the
Yeah,
one
that's
slice of
fine,
bread, which
but-
the ratio then remains. Does it not?
For bread, no. For toppings, yes.
Yeah, but she's saying you're not going to be able to get the flavor of the bread with more toppings on there.
Why do you have to do more toppings though?
Well, no, I'm just saying when you're eating a sandwich, right?
Yeah.
Like let's say there's 2 slices of ham and 2 slices of cheese and a
2
tomato,
more slices of ham.
right?
Yeah.
When you make an open face sandwich, you're doing 1 slice of ham, 1 slice of cheese, half a tomato,
But
1 slice
are
of ham.
you?
Well, maybe,
Well,
maybe not.
Arguably, I would say the reason it's served open face is probably because it's too big to be put into
Okay.
sandwich form. So I'm thinking because it's too big to be put into
Okay.
sandwich form. So I'm thinking it'll be even less flavor of the bread because you're gonna
Okay.
probably have more stuff.
Maybe that is a
On the
reason.
open face.
Maybe that is a reason.
I mean,
So
there
maybe
has
those
to be a
people should just
reason why you'd
start-
serve it that way.
Maybe those people should start paring down their toppings so it could be a sandwich.
This is America, man.
That's true. But look at the sandwiches they're
bigger
making now.
sandwiches.
Like they're huge. There's no reason for an
What are we
open
gonna
face
do
sandwich.
about men on those building those skyscrapers with closed face sandwiches? They need open face.
Men
Here's
need
a
to be open
question.
to the skies. Let their sandwiches sing to the heavens.
My grandmother's pubes. I don't know how it goes after that.
Like resembling a thick painter's brush.
I let her have her way.
There we go.
So, what's a better sandwich vessel? Is
A
it
sandwich.
a roll or is it bread? Like you're gonna make the perfect sandwich. I'm not asking whether or not it's a sandwich, but what are you putting it on in a perfect world?
Well, I love bread and rolls in general, but I would like
love bread.
I would take a roll because I think rolls are more fun.
I like a roll, but you got to take out some of the roll guts
No,
so that
that's
you
the
can
best part.
stuff that mf'er.
What do you do with that?
You eat it.
Okay, just making sure.
You like pregame the sandwich.
I
with
don't
the
want
roll
to.
guts.
I've seen
You
chefs.
throw it out the window.
I've seen chefs do that and throw the bread away.
No,
you
that's
know?
just no,
Yeah.
no, absolutely not.
So I'm
Dude.
sorry. I'm roll. You guys
Dude,
bread
what's your
or
perfect
roll?
sandwich?
The Brentwood.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably like some sort of like there.
You really strike me as a sandwich man,
Yeah,
and
that's
I mean
why I
it
was-
as a compliment.
There's a couple I like. I like a good like classic Italian sub as long as they have good bread and good meat, done right, and then with oil and vinegar definitely. And like shaved thin,
The
like
pepperonchis?
I keep the pepperonchis off. I like to do onions, but like how they shave them real thin
Oh,
on
yeah,
there.
gotta
Hi,
Like,
be
blinded. Good to see you.
so I like that. I'm into that kind of stuff. There's a place called Randazzo's that makes a sandwich called The Godfather that I like. It's like one of those crazy TikTok Italian sandwiches with like mortadella and the whole bit on. Like they take like a thing of like burrata or something, that cheese that's just like
Ooh, I love
amazing, and
burrata.
it's just like and it's-
Blinded says, "I just feel sorry you guys only have sandwiches and have never had the delight of a real Cornish pasty.
I've had a pasty.
Oh, they look so good. I've
had a
seen people
pasty.
eat them like on travel shows.
I've had meat pies. I've had friedies. I've had pasties. Let me tell you the greatest sandwich of all time. And I don't really eat a lot of meat. Hardly ever
What
do I
else
eat
do
meat.
those people say?
A mackie?
Yeah, macas or something, and
A
there's
Sunday roast. Kirby sandwich on
Jam
a
roly poly.
That's it. A jam roly poly. Bread or roll?
Well, what kind of roll are you talking about when
A
you say
jam
roll?
roll.
The best kind of roll. I mean, whatever that is for you. Like if it's an Italian roll because you're having a sub, or if it's a Kaiser roll
okay.
or a Portuguese roll.
I was thinking of like round, like Kaiser rolls and stuff.
I mean, sure.
But-
Kaiser rolls are meant for butter, in my opinion.
It, yeah, I mean, it kind of depends on
For
the sandwich. I do, like in general, prefer my breads to be like hearty, like I don't want Wonder Bread, obviously. Or
Wonder
any- or
Bread is
anything.
great for peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, unless I was making like a PB and J.
Red
I guess
Souza
that would be
wants a
okay.
ciabatta baguette. Mm.
Yeah,
Very
yeah,
nice.
exactly. Like ciabattas, baguettes, like basically any like European style bread. What's the name of that? I'm trying to remember the name of that
Pasty, not
that sandwich
pasty.
from New Orleans with the olive spread.
Po' boy? Oh no, pimento. The olive spread is like that palmetto or
Wait, are you talking about the bread, the roll?
oh, a tapenade, like a tapenade.
I'm just trying to remember the name of the
a
sandwich.
muffaletta.
Muffaletta, thank
Oh,
you.
My
yeah.
grandma
I've
used
always
to make those.
I've always wanted to try one of those.
They're delicious.
Yeah.
She'd make them if we were like coming to visit, and she'd let it sit with like a heavy pot on top of it to like.
oh yeah,
Let everything
that
go.
Yeah,
sounds
they
good.
look so good. And I think Nick Cage was being interviewed by Stephen Colbert, and he said it's like probably the best sandwich. So I don't know.
If there's a man I trust about sandwiches, it's Nick Cage.
Yeah.
Well, he did film.
It was actually a pretty good interview. He was like, for Nick Cage, he was pretty normal.
Oh, that's good. I think he might be trying to make himself more normal, or like rein it in if he
Get
can.
more jobs. Yeah.
But yeah, no, he filmed that. He filmed Bad Lieutenant 2, Werner Herzog's movie, Port
maybe-
of Call, New Orleans.
Maybe
so
that's how he
was-
discovered muffalettas.
I'm thinking he was probably like going around, getting into character, like slapping prostitutes
Coleman
and eating
says-
muffalata.
He was
Nick
probably
Cage
saying
is an
Nolans
honest
all the
guy that
time.
has no reason to lie. There you go.
So Nintendo and Nintendo and I have a favorite place
Oh,
on vacation called Wave Riders,
talked about it last week.
and they have a sandwich called the Wave Rider. And allow me to give you the description.
Two
is from their
sogging
menu.
wet pieces of bread.
Ew.
that
And
they
there's
got out of the
one-
ocean.
And there's one change I'd make to it, but I'll tell you after. So it's chicken, pepperoni, and provolone on rye bread, panini pressed, topped with lettuce, tomato, banana peppers, red onion, and Cajun mayo.
Ooh.
To die for. The only thing I'd change, because I get it with a side cucumber salad, and I would change the red onion for pickled red onion.
Oh,
Like just do a
that's
little
good.
swap.
Yeah, that sounds
Easy
real
enough
good.
done. That's my fave. Jelly preferences for PB&Js, anybody?
I do. I usually prefer raspberry over grape, but I have to say I'm definitely not as big a fan of PB&J sandwiches as you are.
I do love a good PB&J.
I like peanut butter and jelly, but I'm team fluffernutter. Give me fluffernutter
Oh yeah,
all the way.
I think I'm team fluffernutter.
Oh, I
too,
love
actually.
a fluffer.
Now that I've-
You know what? I
now
want a
that I've actually
fluffernutter
tried
today.
it.
Damn it!
We
So
have fluff.
good.
We have everything.
Do
we
we
need.
really have fluff?
Pretty sure.
Fluffernutter on rye.
I'll pack one for the movie for you.
Oh God, I could eat
Ew,
so
a
many
fluffernutter on
fluffernutter.
rye? That's foul.
It's good on like multigrain.
It's if you're not
Brioche.
trying fluffernutters on different kinds of bread, you're not living.
Fluffernutter on brioche.
Oh yeah,
You
well,
know what?
almost
I like?
everything's better on a brioche.
Like it's
Anything
not
sweet.
it's not a
Yeah,
sandwich
or a burger.
but I like to take those that cinnamon raisin bread and put Nutella on it.
Mm.
Have you ever tried that?
Yes.
That's
now
actually-
you're living.
That's
You
actually
know-
really
I
good.
don't know why I haven't thought to do that.
And I'm not a big cinnamon raisin bread fan, but with that Nutella, it's like, oh my god,
I
you don't
love
even have
good
to toast
cinnamon
the
raisin
bread.
bread.
It's amazing.
Nice.
My mom has the Publix by her it's called a breakfast bread, and it's this like really dense but moist bread that has like dried fruit like apricots in it and like walnuts, and it's so good and like satisfying. There's something really good about it. If you
Old
can get
people
to
bread.
Publix and get breakfast
Old people
bread,
bread
go for it.
got to be moist because they
Fruit-
got no moisture in their
fruitcake
mouth
bread.
anymore. Yep.
Yeah.
They just like suck the bread
That's-
because they don't have their dentures.
Grandma,
in.
drink your bread. Super Sanchez, what's a fluffernutter? It's 2 slices of bread, fluff, and peanut butter.
And if you're not familiar with fluff, it's like a marshmallow.
Marshmallow
whipped
spread.
Spreadable marshmallow fluff.
Speaking of, I got a TikTok of a place.
Fluffer Nutter Baby?
Oh my ew. That does it's like a marshmallow bakery, I guess. I don't know what you'd call it, confectionery. And they do ice cream cones with marshmallow like in it, and then they dip it in chocolate and you just eat.
Oh wow.
It looks
sounds
really
pretty
good.
good.
And I thought I've made marshmallows before, but
I've made marshmallows.
they're
Interesting.
not super great.
All right. Let's do some music trivia.
Well, before we do music trivia, I have from your friendly neighborhood Giant Reggie bad game descriptions.
oh, okay.
Here's a set of bad game descriptions to use on a podcast. 1. Yo-yo wielding 15-year-old searches for his alien abducted archaeologist uncle.
What is Star Tropics?
It's the
Oh, wait,
man's
we're not
guy.
on Jeopardy.
Bing! Correct. 2. Team of anthropomorphic animals operate motorized vehicles to defeat an evil intergalactic
Biker
swine.
Mice from Mars. Bucky
Battletoads.
O'Hare.
Star Fox.
All right. I wasn't listening. Closely
Team
enough.
of anthropomorphic animals operate motorized vehicles to defeat an evil intergalactic swine.
Oh.
Is that Battletoads? or no?
Swine.
Should I do
So many
the she's
pigs.
stroking me off till I beef?
No. Intergalactic
Planetary.
planet. Go on. Say it again.
Team of anthropomorphic animals.
Okay.
Do we all understand anthropomorphic?
yes.
Okay. Operate motorized vehicles to defeat an evil intergalactic swine.
As in a pig.
What has a big pig
A
enemy?
pig from space.
He's a big pig. You could be a big pig too.
Oh, wait a minute. The chat helps out with these. Diddy Kong Racing.
That is correct.
There you go. The
Number
chat's
3.
got
Oh,
it.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
Malik Halo, I think, was first.
DK. Diddy Kong.
Number 3, questionably qualified medical professional rearranges pills according to their
Dr.
chromatic
Mario.
qualities. Yes.
Nice.
That's it.
I love that.
It's a
little
ringer.
tune.
It is a good one.
Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, I'm sorry.
Number 4, handy character does a lot of ball handling across diverse worlds to save his rock hard wizarding master.
Glover?
That is correct.
Wow.
Because he's handy. Get it?
Well played.
Man with hands and pockets feels cocky all day.
Amen.
Mhm.
All right.
Who sent those in again? Oh,
Giant
Giant Reggie.
Reggie.
Thank you, Giant Reggie. They were great.
I got music.
Now, goodbye, Discord. Sorry.
Oh.
Please send your music to goninpod@gmail.com.
Where do I send that music?
goninpod@gmail.com.
Maybe I
Please
will.
put music in the title to help out Mom Brain.
Yours truly. Alrighty. The first song comes to us from our friend Mikey3319, who, by the way, I would just like to say, when I get an email from Mikey3319, it's always a delight. Also, almost always he signs it with bless you or like bless you all. And there's something about that that makes me feel so like loved. I'm not a religious person
Yeah,
by
'cause
any
you
stretch.
say blessed to the cat all the time. You've said it for decades.
Bless. Well, whenever I see something lovely,
Cat like licks its ass and you're like, oh, bless.
oh bless, hers being clean.
Cleaning up that balloon now.
Do you know where I got that from?
Hers a dumpling.
No. Where?
Cleaning up the
Mrs. B.
balloon.
There you go. Mrs. B. Mushy
Bless.
peas, Mrs. B.
And so I just, Mikey, want to give you a little shout out for always making me feel
You'd like to
really
give him a little blessing.
loved, and I want to get you are a blessing, Mikey.
A blessing.
Also has very cute children.
Grace died 30 years ago.
So here comes one from Mikey.
All right. It's got a Konami feel.
Yeah.
Jackal.
Anything on a Konami?
Yeah.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Snake's Revenge?
Gyrus.
No.
Yeah, it's a Konami game. We all played tons of Konami games on the NES, but
No.
we can't. This one does not sound familiar.
Is it a Radius or something?
No.
How about something with Blade in the title?
No.
Is it licensed?
Yes.
Okay.
G.I. Joe.
No.
Bucky O'Hare.
No.
It's not
It's not a Turtles game.
No.
What are the other licenses?
Did you talk about the Ninja Turtles pizza? No.
No, Aftershow. Man, it's good, and I feel bad I haven't played this game. It's licensed. Is it a license that's still around?
Yes.
Man. Just the perfect example of a great NES song. She's looking at you, Deux. Something's up here.
Yeah, I know this.
It's a license you recently had contact with.
Oh, really? Is it Mission Impossible?
Sure is.
Holy cow!
Oh!
Really? Okay.
I had never played the game, but maybe it was just the Konami sound font that sounded so familiar.
It does sound very familiar. That sounds through and through like a Konami game.
Okie dokie. Next song comes from
Tom Cruise,
Tom Cruise's
billionaire scab.
Celebrity Billions, Celebrity
Ew,
Zillions.
there's nothing this podcast hates more than a scab.
Let me promote my movie.
Geku Kitsune sends us this one.
Oh, I know this one.
It sounds like a ripoff of that Mega Man song.
Well, it is a Mega Man song.
Oh, is it? Then I guess it's not a ripoff.
Now I'm having trouble placing it. It's 7?
Yes.
All right.
Wow.
Mega Man 7.
It's pretty good.
Piper, you want to come speak to the people?
Music, please.
But she's really
Music, Orson, please.
There she is,
we
Piper
done
Kitty.
it.
Hi,
The
pretty
old
kitty.
ranch action up on the table.
Oh, how pretty is this kitty?
Oh, I thought she was going to speak.
I did too.
Nice to see you, Piper. She was up here eating wires before the show started. Oh, goodbye.
doing bad
Goodbye,
cat
Piper.
stuff. Doing bad cat stuff.
Cat
Oh,
talk.
Colma, there's a story behind her, but we've had her since February. She couldn't live with her prior family anymore for lovely reasons. And so she came to live with us.
Sure, lovely reasons.
Well, I mean, it all
Blessed
worked out.
reasons.
Blast. Oh, she's on the table. Blast. Oh, she got litter on in between her toes. Blast. Next song, please.
God.
I mean, it's true,
I
right?
said blessed this morning when I looked at you asleep. You were curled up in like a fetal position and you had the blanket draped. You looked like a Renaissance.
Oh, you should have taken a
Painting.
picture.
No.
Blast.
Is that that's what it sounds like coming out of my mouth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, bless.
Bless.
Oh.
Oh, bless.
This one comes from Guy Bones.
Give it to me. Give it to me, Guy Bones. Ooh, I know this.
I do too, don't I?
Turn it back up. You all know it, yeah.
What is this, Minish Cap?
That's correct.
I love that, like that Capcom bass sound for some reason.
Yeah, that's
Because it doesn't sound all that great, but like I have a special spot in my
it's
heart.
a very
for those sounds.
8-bit sound that they went with. You heard that a lot on the GBA
bless
for
you.
some reason, but
Thank you,
sometimes
bless.
it worked.
Bless.
Oh crap! I don't remember. I don't know.
All right, so we did Mission Impossible. We did
Mega Man.
Mega Man. and
Okay,
we did
I'm good
this
now.
one.
I'm good now.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Bless. He doesn't know what he's doing. This one comes from Jess I. Just let me work my magic a hot minute.
No pressure, but perfect score so far.
Eat.
This is familiar.
I don't think you played it.
Oh, okay. it a puzzle game?
No.
Okay, then maybe it's not familiar. Portable?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Love it. What system? DS?
G. B.
Oh. All right, so GBA. You don't think I played, so it's not first party?
It is not first party.
Why wouldn't I play it? RPG?
Mm-mm.
Sports.
I played it.
You played it on GBA. Jesus
Interesting.
Christ, what did you play on GBA? Muppets something or other?
Jesus Christ. Wouldn't you?
I'm trying to think of what you would play that I wouldn't. It's not an Animal Crossing.
It's definitely not an Animal Crossing. By the way, the book I'm reading right now has been described as a cross between Animal Crossing and Dungeons and Dragons.
It's not a puzzle game.
Excellent. It's not.
Animal Crossings with
How about
Dungeons
the
and
herbs or something like
It is
that?
the herbs.
It is the herbs?
Yep.
There's this game called The Herbs.
Yeah, and I played it so
What?
much that my therapist was like, "How about we just try taking like a 10-minute break every
I don't
hour?"
remember you playing it that much. I remember you playing it a lot, but
did
not
play it
like
a
an
lot.
unhealthy amount. Or
You'd go to your therapist with the GBA and just play on
I'll
the
be like,
couch.
"Look, my herbs need therapy." So
Well, my herbs therapist says differently.
Mhm.
They say more herbs all the time. Herbs.
I got an herb doctor that tells me otherwise. His name's Drew Carey.
He's doing more than herb.
that's herb with the silent H for those of you who weren't sure. This one comes from the one
Herbs.
and only Autumnal Blake.
I don't know where we are, but I'm excited about where we're going. Oh yeah.
Wii Sports Resort.
What system? I don't even know.
Switch.
Wow. Guys, it's going to be our first loss today. Is it an RPG?
I don't know.
Nobody's got anything, right? We're just taking a stab in the dark here. So we got nothing. Go ahead. Xenoblade.
No.
Sonic.
It is Danganronpa 3.
Oh, I've never played. Yeah, that fits in with that vibe. Damn it. I've never played any of those. Always meant to. I wanted to
I
play.
was gonna say Dan Ringabopa, but
I wanted to play Master Detective Archives Raincode, that guy's new game, but I didn't have the time to play
That's
it, so
not
I
a real
gave the
game.
review to somebody else. And I hear
I
that
could
that
just
game
put words
is
together,
also excellent. So missing out on it. I've never played any of that guy's games, and I need to change that.
is it one guy making the whole game?
No, but he's
Oh,
like
that's
the
your
creator.
thing.
No, this is like a regular third-party company.
Did he make it on a train? Sorry,
I don't know.
I'm getting off the. I'm getting. A little
I'm sure one of the
punchy.
games has trains in it.
Oh dear. Just one moment, please.
Oh dear, I'm stuck.
All right. This one comes from Charlie.
I think I know this.
Yeah, wait. It's Super Nintendo.
Is it?
Is
I
it-
think it's too nice.
It
Oh,
is
okay.
Super Nintendo.
Wow.
Wait, is it like Battletoads Double Dragon?
No.
Oh, shoot. Why does it
That
sound
is so familiar. To the sports game.
Nope.
Oh, is it? No, wait.
Come on, Kirk.
Is it licensed?
I
Power Rangers? No, no way.
It is. I guess it's licensed, meaning it exists outside of the game.
Did it exist outside the game
Yes.
before the game? All right, then it's
I
licensed
believe it did.
because that's how you get the license. Game still around?
Oh wait, is it like a? It's not like a superhero game, is it?
No, not a superhero.
Sonic Blastman.
No. Konami.
Okay.
Konami Super Nintendo. See, again, another. Seems like we should get it. They were so
Contra
popular then.
Something about the supermarket sweep sounded a little like this, or the beginning of a press your luck
This
sounded
whole
like
thing,
this.
yeah, I mean, you're right about that. But that noise, I know I've either seen or played.
Pretty sure you played it.
Is it a beat 'em up?
I don't know what it is.
Okay. Saturday Night Slam Masters.
Nope.
That was a good guess.
I don't think Konami did that, but for some reason something wrestling related.
No.
Something with Godzilla. No, you would know that. It's licensed. Well, I'm gonna give up and it's gonna annoy me, but I got nothing.
It is Biker Mice from Mars.
And I said it.
You said it earlier. How crazy is that?
I know, and I was going to tell you said it earlier, but I felt like that would have been.
Ryan Reynolds is apparently
I saw that.
working on an animated Biker Mice from Mars
Oh
revival.
my god.
Saw that.
Never watched it as a kid. I watched the intro
No.
because I thought it was a cool intro, but outside of that, I stopped.
It's yeah. It was too I was too weirded out because like
Turtles, that's fine. Biker Mice, no, thank you. I'm with you. Something about it weirded me out. I don't know why.
something like at least the Ninja Turtles didn't have like really like shredded abs or anything that made me uncomfortable.
Biker Mice from Mars makes my pants tight. Damn it.
This one comes from Forehand Tump.
Oh, come on, right away. I'll let it go for a bit because it's such a great song. Whenever I hear this song, I get goosebumps because I'm a big fan of this franchise. Just we got a new one coming out finally. Nothing.
Nothing. I'm trying to use your hints of the new one coming out. And it's not helping either.
You don't have to be a doctor to figure this one out.
Dr. Mari.
You don't have to be a doctor to figure this one out.
Trauma center, Dama center.
Any layman could get it.
Oh, Professor Layton.
Yeah! There you go.
Jeez, look at that. With
Yeah,
no help
'cause he's not a
whatsoever. Do single-handedly.
None, yeah.
It must have just come across his desk. That's it. Here comes one from our friend Wired.
Hoang. Well, that sound for that instrument almost makes me think Castlevania, but
Well, it is not.
it's not. All right, should I stick with Konami again? It's got a very Japanese feel. It's got a very Konami feel.
I don't think it is, but I don't know that for sure.
This would be a random test. I got nothing. Anybody?
I don't know. I'm afraid I don't know.
It's Japanese, I'll tell you that. It's an RPG.
It is not an RPG.
All right, we don't know. Go ahead.
I'll give you what Wired gave me. It's a free-to-play fighting game available on multiple platforms, including mobile, but obviously for our purposes, it's on the Switch.
I don't know what's free to play. Is Milky Blood free to play? No. It's not Skullgirls. It's not free to play fight. Go ahead. I don't know.
It is, in fact, Brawlhalla.
Oh, never played it. Wow, that's very different. I was wrong. Not Japanese. Very, very different. Guys, if we get this one, we will officially have 6 out of 9.
Oh, turn me on now.
We got to get it for the meme. Do it for the meme.
This one comes from Colt.
Oh, okay. One I actually know. Wait a minute. I'm so confused. I knew it.
This is it.
What was the first part was Mega Man.
It was just an intro to like.
Sorry, buddy.
But I don't know this.
No
I
6
know
out of 9
Mega
for
Man.
you.
All right, this sound is this GBA or is it Game Boy?
Mappy.
It's got to be GBA or DS, I guess.
GBA, yes.
Is it first party?
Yes.
Thought so. Pokemon.
No.
Okay, what other first party on GBA?
Animal
did I not play?
Crossing.
It is
Doesn't
not.
exist.
It says you.
How about a sports game?
No.
I said Pokemon, not Pokemon.
It's not Pokemon, and you did say it.
We need this for 6 out of 9, guys. GBA first party, and I don't know it for some reason. Starfy.
No. And I wouldn't have known that's first party.
Is this one of those like
Pinball?
Mario Advance games
No.
where they try to get over
Okay,
on
it's not Zelda.
Mm-mm.
It's not Mario.
Is it a
It's
Kirby?
not Metroid.
It's not Kirby. It's not Metroid.
It's not Pokemon.
Not Pokemon.
Nintendo didn't really do too many experimental things.
Gyro
Is it
Man.
a Tetris?
Mr. Game & Watch.
Is it a puzzle game?
I don't think so.
It's not Star Fox. It's not Fire Emblem. GBA. Why can't I get this? First party GBA. Golden Sun.
Nope.
Mega Man.
Wave Race GBA.
No.
Pilot Wings GBA.
Mm-mm.
Pikmin 0.
No.
Donkey Kong. Something.
No.
Good guess.
Mario. Wait, we said it's not golf. We said it's not sports.
Right.
Yeah, it's not like a Wario or WarioWare. Or...
Mario
It is-
Kart.
Princess Peach.
Diddy Kart.
Go ahead. I give up. The meme dies.
Stardew Valley.
You sure you're
Well, we're drawing a blank. I don't want to drag this out forever.
It is.
Yoshi?
It is Yoshi.
Oh! Yoshi Topsy Turvy.
It is.
Oh, Kirby, you did it! You did it!
6 out of 9. 6 out of 9.
alive.
Everybody do a
Thank God
6
that
out of 9.
poster was up there.
Oh my
That
God!
poster's gotten a lot of us out of a lot of
I know.
binds.
Wow.
I swear I never looked at the screen, by the way.
Yoshi Topsy
And I
Turvy.
didn't
I
have it up
played
for
it.
most of the
I
time.
own. It's one of the Game Boy games or Game Boy Advance games I still own, and I don't remember that song.
I remember how like it didn't have a thing on it that you actually spin around the Game Boy. It like there's a sensor on it, and
Yeah,
you like drive it like a steering wheel.
It's
or
got
something.
a
Oh,
big bulky
I
cartridge.
forgot
Yeah.
all about that.
It's
game.
like that game that you had to go out into the sun to kill vampires. Or
The sun is in your hands.
Boktai?
Boktai. Yes.
look at you.
Because I
Okay.
used to yell that all the time at Mom Brain.
The
Not
sun is in
alive.
your hands.
I used to scream.
Do you remember when we thought that I had a very serious health issue.
Nope.
And I made you come to see the rheumatologist with me, and you
Yes.
were playing the game where
Denpa Man.
Denpa Men. Yep. So I'm like, this could potentially, I'm fine. But there was a question as to whether or not I had like a serious autoimmune disorder. And I was like, I need you to come with me. And we were like younger. It was, like the first time in our relationship that I was like,
It's not that long ago. It was the 3DS. So.
Well, but it was like, I'm going to bring you and not my mother.
Yeah.
Like, I need you to be my pillar. And, I chose correctly, I guess, because he's playing Denpa Men as I'm like, all right, well, am I going to have to get like infusions?
And the doctor's in there talking with you, and he's
No,
like playing full
no.
volume.
No.
We were in the waiting room.
And he's like, oh, damn it. And I'm like, what? And he's like, oh, I got to go back in the hallway. Or like, okay, great.
Yeah, I knew you were going to be fine. It was one of those situations where mom brain was overreacting, but I don't tell her she's overreacting.
Because my family doctor is like, hey, there's some, your blood is telling me there's something very wrong here. Overreacting.
And
is it because I'm a woman?
and
Was
what
I being
happened?
hysterical?
No, there's certain
Should
things
I get
with
a
you
hysterectomy?
where like you spiral very, very, very quickly.
When it comes to my health.
And this was one of them. And I was like, she's going to be fine. But I wasn't like, but that to my credit, I wasn't like, you're going to be fine. Like, stop worrying about it. I was like, yeah, I'll come with you, whatever.
You're like, do I have to?
To
Do
my
I have to
boy.
Can I bring the Denpa?
Did
Man?
I catch some Denpa Man?
And were you like, do I have to come in the room with you and in the office with you?
Because the
or-
Denpa Man are really jumping out here.
Oh man, I hate doctors' offices.
It was one of those games where you used the camera, so you had to get up and like walk around and snap pictures of them and everything.
That must have been amazing.
They were good luck. The Denpa Man I caught were good luck.
Apparently.
Mm,
Okay, is this the last one?
Yes, ma'am.
very
Well,
cool.
It comes to us from Freddie Fro.
Freddie, Fro, let yourself go. Slow and low. That is the tempo.
That's the second Beastie Boys
Oh yeah,
comment.
Girls.
that's the third, I guess.
This looks nice. No.
Spiritfarer.
Kylie and Tom got it. Just give up. Mumford and Sons.
That's all I can think of.
I got no guess. I got no clue.
It's
Burn
probably a
and
Switch
Cheese
game,
says
right?
one of my favorite games ever.
Hi, Burn and Cheese.
It looks like a really nice game
Switch, I'm guessing.
based on the cover. I think so, but I can't.
What's the cover look like? Let me see. Oh, that was good. That was good.
How about the Outer Wilds?
That's correct.
Oh,
Tell me about Outer Wilds.
Nailed it.
6 out of 9.
Burn and
Because
Cheese.
Colma
I
says-
watch you when you sleep.
Colma says, I never finished Outer Worlds, but what I played was trippy AF.
Outer Wilds.
I mean, Outer Wilds.
Oh, okay.
Which one is it? Because there's the Outer Worlds and the Outer Wilds, I think.
I believe it's Outer Wilds.
Well, I also have not played it, but I've only heard people talk wonderful things about it,
Tell me about
and
it. I
that
wanna
kind
know.
of music hits
Yeah,
with
what's
it.
it like?
I haven't played it.
They
You
said
go
some
around.
wonderful
Apparently,
things.
it's a very moving experience. You, I believe, travel around to different locations in a spaceship and stuff, and different planets. I don't know, different perspectives.
Hey, as a point of order, I stumbled upon a sound clip email. Do you want me to mark that some specific way? Or
Sure, just forward it to my regular email.
Okay, will do.
All right, dude. Do you have anything for us?
You know I do. It wouldn't be a day without a rumor. So, ladies and gentlemen, Deux Views. It's never news. Rumor of the week, starring Dew Michaels. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know, I have my ear to the street. I got my little birds and my little spiders flapping around town, finding all the rumors that Grubb can't get his hands on. So here's one for actually, we found out the real reason that esports is doing what they're doing with the Crocs. So it turns
I'm
out
very interested.
that well, you should be, because it turns out RMC, you're going to be fine to play, because it wasn't Crocs that were outlawed. It was the PS1 game Croc. So they can't play
Oh.
Croc at esports games, but they can wear all the Crocs they want.
We all
So
know that there's a huge esports following for Croc.
it's a big, I want to say single player game, which I think would go perfectly for a
You-
multiplayer esports competition.
It is a single player game. Well, they could speed run it. That's a big thing. And the creator not so subtly hinted that a remake is in the works. So now is the time for this rule to come into play.
Who
so,
do you think my little birdie was on this one?
hey, I never doubted that you have some very
Mr.
in the know
Croc.
sources. Thank you as always for that definitely 100% true rumor. We
I
appreciate it.
accept your thanks on behalf of the video game audience.
Okay. And that's all we got. We did it, guys. More regular show this week. I like this one. This was a fun one.
Felt like a good one.
Felt like a great one.
Yeah.
Great company, great sandwich
Still
talk.
feels
Sandwich
good.
talk.
I
that
really
didn't
enjoyed
cause
talking about the
problems.
sandwiches. It made me very hungry.
It was
Hungry.
the beads.
Good.
The beads
beads.
helped.
And after show, I said there's things to talk
we'll get
about.
you
I don't remember what they are, but we'll see you there. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next week.
Goodbye,
everybody.
goodbye.
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 We did it.
Oppenheimer.
Go right ahead.
And then there was a food. Oh,
Uh,
the Ninja Turtles pizza.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oppenheimer. Excellent. Oh, hold on. Blinded by Daylight is speaking in here, and I
Oh.
feel the need
Go
to
right ahead.
amplify. I don't say this to be all, look at me, I'm so great, but for the last 3 years, I've been making sculptures on YouTube in almost complete isolation without anyone to really celebrate the highs or commiserate the lows with. I've been listening to the GoNintendo podcast for must be over
That's us.
15 years now.
Me too.
I can't stand those Go Nintendo podcasters.
I was formerly just Joe, hello Joe, on Discord,
Joe.
but I don't have anyone to celebrate this with. But I hit 30,000 subscribers and
Whoa!
100,000 views on my latest video tonight. Again, not being, oh, hey, look how great I am. Except you could if you wanted.
Yeah, you should be very proud.
But wanted to celebrate with people who've been in my life longer than a lot of the real life people in my
Wow.
life, as I don't have people around me to celebrate this with. Blinded by Daylight.
Well, Blinded by Daylight, if you're okay with it, drop a link in the Discord. I'd love to check it out. If you're not,
That sounds like right up our alley, like just sitting and quietly watching someone sculpt. Like,
if you're not okay with that, send
The
me
joy
a
of
DM and
sculpting.
send me a link personally because I want to see it. But congratulations.
interestingly enough, I was just today, because I've been cleaning the outside of the house to spruce it up a little because my dad's coming to visit. And I was thinking we need like a really cool sculpture for like the front
Boobs.
steps. And I was thinking maybe I'll just make my vagina
I'm
model.
sure that's what your dad would want to see. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
He'd be like, what the hell's that thing?
I know a place where you can get a couple of stone lions for cheap.
Oh, yes.
Anyway, Blinded by Daylight, that is awesome. Also, it is perfectly acceptable to say, look at me, I'm so great, because we all deserve that kind of accolade.
Well, on your way to the 100,000 subscribers, and you'll get still get a plaque for 100,000 subscribers. I don't know, but that is awesome. Yeah, good for you.
Yeah, I need to see these.
I desperately want to see them. Oppenheimer, go ahead.
I really, really, really loved it. And also it was depressing. It
Yeah.
was, people talk about how, like, things being beautiful. Like when they talk about things that are like painful, but also beautiful. And I feel like that for me is like what the movie was. It was like hard. Some of it was really heavy and like sad. And to think about like what, like, to me, that I could boil it down to the essence of like, there are scientists, right? They were these scientists who like loved their field and their practice and their like area so much that like, and they knew what they could do with it and they knew how powerful it was. And they were given this amazing opportunity to like,
Okay. Also, I just want to make sure this is clear. This is like a heavily romanticized, heroic take on Oppenheimer because it's really not anything like what the real Oppenheimer was like. So,
well, but what I'm saying is like when you think about, so let's just pare it down. The scientific community was given this opportunity to use their abilities, right? But the ends to which they were using them were so destructive. It was just this like fine razor's edge of like what, working on something, practicing something you absolutely like love and live for, and also knowing that it is going to be destructive and like change the landscape of the world for the worse. So
I
it's
think
just like a massive moral dilemma.
yeah,
I mean, if that's what you got from the movie, that's great. I don't know how much the team actually was thinking that way, but
That's what I
just
got
from
out
a
of it.
movie perspective, yeah, that's fine.
I loved it, but also it was rough.
I thought I had heard the movie was pretty accurate.
Yeah,
It's like
it is.
it's
I
based
read
on a nonfiction book,
they
right?
dramatized.
Not when it comes to Oppenheimer,
Well, they
and
dramatized.
especially not when it comes to the town.
They dramatized a lot of.
Like the whole story about the town and everything.
Oh.
Well,
I
not surprisingly, they stole it from people and then they
Right.
destroyed it afterwards.
Right.
Like all that town stuff
from
is
the
not
indigenous
true.
people.
Yeah,
Okay.
the town that
I got to be honest. I always thought that like I didn't know much about the Manhattan Project. I thought it was done in like an underground like bunker or something, like an underground laboratory. That's how I always pictured it.
They purposefully destroyed everything so that the people could not like move back into the lands to
It's also like a perfect
like
encapsulation
kill
of everything
livestock
that's
and
wrong
they did everything.
with the
Oh, yeah,
world.
all the
Horrible.
radiation poisoning.
Right?
No, I mean like put guns to animals' heads and
Oh,
shot them,
okay.
like horrible stuff. Yeah, that was bad. As far as Oppenheimer himself goes, I believed it to be very different from the man himself, but
You
maybe
knew
I'm
him?
mistaken.
I mean,
No, I mean like from what I've read, I know about Oppenheimer. Maybe I don't know a ton, but I thought I knew enough to be like, I don't think he was like this. But
They had his
Maybe I'm wrong.
womanizing and his cigarette smoking.
and
They
how he
had
would
it.
like
He
he
died
would
of throat
did it all.
cancer.
he didn't
They
eat
did it all.
enough. Like
Yeah, he didn't.
there were at
eat a
least
lot.
two moments in the movie where someone has to remind him to eat.
and it's the same guy, orange slices and
Oh yeah, the
whatever.
orange slice guy.
But yeah, I mean, I think we all at the very least liked the movie.
I would say it's definitely worth seeing. It's got a lot of good performances in it.
Doesn't feel like 3 hours.
I was gonna say it kind of does, but that might
It felt like 3 hours for
Yeah.
me.
and I
but
think that might have a lot to do with the way the movie's structured, because it's a lot of it is very like non-linear.
It didn't feel like 3 hours to me. I said last night that the last like 30 minutes felt a little slower, but not to a point where I was like, all right, let's go. I thought the movie never let up, and I thought a lot of that had to do with the music, because
The
there's
music and sound was also
so
like,
much
really good.
music. It's like the whole movie has a score going to it. There's very, very, very few scenes where anybody talks without background music, and if they're doing it, it's like maybe 2 or 3 seconds.
Christopher Nolan's
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. It's Christopher Nolan, and I have to say, as far as Christopher Nolan movies go, I could hear most of the dialogue in this one. I was pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, that's what I was worried about going in, because I was like, there's going to be a lot of talking, and I knew it was going to move fast the way it does, so I was a little worried that I wasn't going to be able to keep up, or mishear what they're saying, because a lot
Yeah.
of times you're like, what the heck did they say? Because all I hear is like some crazy soundtrack in the 40s for some reason. There's like a synth like part at the end where they're like dee 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 dee. I don't even, that doesn't sound anything like that, but
That was it. That was perfect.
And and there were essentially like jump scares in the movie. Like it would be like, oh my god, it's the bomb.
Were you holding your ears in
When I
like
knew that
anticipation?
they were, yeah.
I was like, when is it coming?
And then it kept like, it was so pregnant, that pause, and I was like, are they not gonna do? Oh god, I'm deaf.
Yes.
But I don't know. I mean, I don't know how accurate it was with like the people he knew. I thought it was interesting that it was like kind of like what you were saying, where all these scientists were so into their theory and wanted to test it, and they knew all the other scientists throughout the whole world. It was like a big community, and I thought that was like very telling.
Yeah.
Where they were like, it was like almost like one big team, like we're team science, and then it's like, oh wait, World War II, we're gonna take this German guy, and we're gonna take Niels Bohr, and like, or whatever, and like I thought that was interesting that he like everyone knew each other, and like the parts of the story that I didn't realize, like how much collaboration really goes into this kind of thing. Obviously, if I did any research, I would have known that, but I didn't do anything. I knew almost nothing about this, sadly.
and how far like patriotism, how dangerous like blind patriotism is.
Yeah,
Like I thought that was an interesting.
Well, there was a very, and again, I don't know how true it is, but like if that guy really, if Robert Downey Jr.'s character was really going after him because he was humiliated one day in court, that still happens today.
Right.
In fact, that's why we're in the situation we're in. So like, it's like very little men that have all this power that can make stuff like happen, like horrible stuff happen. And
what would have happened had scientists refused, right? Like they pose this like impossible dilemma to them, right? Like because it started as we're gonna get Hitler, right? And like who's not agreeing with getting Hitler,
right?
But by the time,
and they want to work, you could tell they wanted to beat the scientist they had because they knew that guy, and they were like, they have this scientist Heisenberg, like we want to beat him to it. So it was kind of like a race where where it was like so imperative that they do it, and then so like I don't know. So but yeah, it just stinks.
Yeah,
because like they say, you get a stick, well then they come at you with a knife, well then you come at them with a gun, and then you come at them with a bomb, and like it never is going to end, and that's kind of where we're at.
Soon they'll build a board with the nail in it so big it'll destroy them all.
That's exactly right. Kang and Kodos were very wise.
The Simpsons predicted the future.
But I have to say I was very surprised at how much I liked the film. I thought it was going to be very slow and boring, and I was into it. You got to pay attention. You have to pay attention, people. But
I found myself wishing that I had a better knowledge of the actual true history of it, because I thought it would have made it more exciting to kind of know like all the players better, and I know the basic premise, but not anything beyond that. So I'd love to hear somebody's take who is like that's their thing. I'd love to hear like their take on how good the movie was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rami, your thoughts on the Ninja Turtles pizza?
So I found out they were doing Ninja Turtles pizzas for the upcoming Ninja Turtles movie, which will no doubt be as good as Oppenheimer. And Mom Brain picked one of them up. And I was like, if anybody knows pizzas, it's Turtles. The Ninja Turtles know pizza. Well, very sad to say the pizza was not good.
Well, in the Turtles' defense, they do put some pretty wild toppings on their pizza, you can't really expect to like a Turtles pizza.
Well, it was just a cheese pizza recommended, or stamp of approval from the Turtles. It was very bland. I mean, it was so bland, it didn't really offer anything. The pizza crust underneath was shaped like, or had a design like a turtle shell, which was cool. So it's got like, what are they, octagons or?
I don't care what the crust tastes like as long as it looks like a turtle.
That was cool underneath, but it was very disappointing. I gave it a 4 or 4.5 out of 10.
I had it too, and I had to put like I put some kimchi mayo on it just to like give it a little.
Give it something.
Yeah, I was very disappointed. I thought at the very least they'd make a decent pizza, but they did not.
No
Turtles
Surfer Boy
disappointing.
pizza, huh?
That's right. It's no Surfer Boy. That's why that's there. Surfer Boy was a good frozen pizza, but
wait, you're not displaying the Turtles pizza box?
No,
because it was bad.
Yes.
Oh, interesting.
Well, maybe I'll get the mac and
Gone.
cheese one, and it'll be better.
I would try that one. I would imagine it's probably going to be bland as well, but I'll try it.
Well, don't open the Loki Charms or the Bootios then.
Why?
Just in
I
case you
mean,
don't like
it's
them.
cereal. I'm sure it's going to be good. Like I just wanted those for the boxes.
I would have said the same about pizza. It's pizza. It's going to be good.
Well, yes, but I've had plenty of bad pizza. I've never had a cereal where I'm like, oh, this is horrible. Like, who's ever said that about a
Haven't
cereal?
you heard pizza's like sex? Even when it's bad, it's still pretty good.
Well, I mean, with this Turtles pizza, I think I would rather have sex with a turtle.
Oh.
All right, that's all we got.
Donatello?
They have corkscrew. Good night, everybody.
Wait, is Donatello still dead?
Donatello, not in the new movie.
Oh, okay.
We're gonna say yes. We're gonna say
he over,
or he is dead, and that's why the pizza sucked because he would have quality.
Maybe the pizza
it.
was made out of him. That wasn't a bread shell. That was his actual shell.
Oh my God, that's gotta be it.
No wonder. Well, that's definitely it.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Play some games, rest, relax, hang with family. You deserve it. We'll see you next week, same time, same place. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye, everybody.
We are done.